All right, so last time you guys made it back to Waterdeep, and if I'm forgetting anything, please jump in. You guys, on your way there, you saw a group of orcs that were beating up another orc. As you guys were fighting them, you saw that their eyes were kind of clouded over, and you searched their bodies afterwards, and you found some red thorns. The same red thorns that you found on those plant people when you were in Edicessor the first time. You rescued a young orc. His name was Robbie the Bold. He told you what happened to his tribe. He said that they were just doing their thing. And then a person with long blonde hair appeared, cast a spell that made these red thorns rain down and infect everybody. But he was under some cover, so he was able to avoid it. And then they all started marching away. He's from the Thunderhoof clan, which is the clan that attacked Xardaar's family when he was still a baby. But he claims to be not as bad as them because he likes to read books. So you guys offer to take him to Monty because Monty gives some orcs some work, which is good. On your way into Waterdeep, you saw that there were a lot of boats in the docks, so you expected that there were a lot of deliveries being made. But you also saw a lot of people in gray robes, which you guys know the gray robes are the people who work for Xanathar. On your way into Monty's bar, you saw some people in the gray robes exchange money and product with some people in the docks. And you assumed that they were paying for some of the drugs. And you let them go. You guys went into the bar, and Monty wasn't there. His other friend, Donahue, who is the front of the house manager, was there. You guys got a few drinks before leaving town or leaving the bar and going to do some stuff. You went to Thamior and you gave him the dragon's breath, and he bubbled it. And he told you guys some info about Orimikos and how it's found in the Underdark. And then you guys went to the Order of the Gauntlet. Wait, is it? Yeah, Order of the Gauntlet. To see Shemesh, to talk to her about what's going on, but Shemesh had a day off. And then I think you guys went to, or was it just Xardaar? You guys went to see Roust. Roust was impressed that you guys came back after fighting a dragon. He did not expect you guys to survive that. And he said that there's an entrance to the Underdark by Neverwinter. And he said you guys can, take your horse all the way up to Neverwinter, or he can just teleport you there. And he said that he would need at least a day to get the components, to get everything ready. And he said come back and check with him the next day. And if, it's ready, it's ready. If not, let's see. Some time passed, and you guys went into the Salty Seaman, where it was Lizard's Night. The Bards to Men was playing, and I think some of you guys got inspiration. I forgot who it was.
It was Ann and Robert.
Okay, yeah. I think whoever donated more got like a bigger inspiration die, though.
Yeah, you gave us 2 D6 because we donated a whole mess of gold.
Yeah, like 100. Like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you guys saw Shemesh there, and she was dressed down.
Yeah, put 2 back.
She was just enjoying a night off, taking some time away. She was there with her partner Thriss, who was a lizard folk. And you guys were able to sit down at a booth and just have a conversation, try to let loose a little bit, explain what was going on. Before the conversation got too deep, though, some of the gray robes went into the bar and just caused a ruckus and said that they were looking for Monty. Monty was supposedly not there, but I think someone rolled a high enough. I think no one rolled a high enough perception check. But Monty was up in the rafters on the 2nd floor, and he snuck down and he landed behind the gray robe, which is Bevson, who is Anne's dad. And he landed there so quietly, and then he suddenly grew to the size of a giant. And he picked him up, and he asked what was going on. He said that Xanathar had a letter for him, or a message. So Monty put the letter in his pocket, and then he threw Bevson out the window. And the music started playing. He got everyone a round of free drinks as all the gray robes left. And that's where we're at. Whew. That's where we're at. All right. Did I miss
That was
anything?
most of it, yeah.
And I need Jerry.
You can't have Jerry.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the exposition dump.
I'm saving that for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be Jerry Claus.
That'll be an interesting Christmas special.
Mm-hmm. I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do for it. I'm gonna take like a bare bones pre-established adventure and just write a bunch of crap on top of it.
I mean, dude, that's exactly what I do. That is exactly what I do. Okay.
Like, here's the quest, here's some encounters, and here's all the story I'm putting on it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, technically the section you guys just got done with in the Descent was I copy and pasted Lost Laboratory of Quailish into the Abyss and just made some tweaks.
Dude.
Remember, the Abyss is taken from Into the Abyss.
Yes.
So, well, the overarching story is from an anime, and then the individual experiences you guys have are from other things that I just copy paste.
Well, guys, the Underdark arc that we're doing, that is like, I want to say it's 60% like something I found on DM's Guild. And I took out a bunch of like stuff that I thought it was like, this is a cool encounter, but it was like, it served no purpose other than this would be cool. So I like, I got rid of the fat and added some more like story stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
But that means you can sprinkle it in later.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I mean, there's nothing overly wrong with filler as long as there's not too much of it.
Like this here,
this is filler.
like the side quest stuff is like, there's some cool items that you might get depending on what you do, but there's also some like story building things. Like you guys went to the Plane of Fire. You know where a thin space of that is now, right? That might come up later. We don't know yet.
What? And Cooler made an enemy.
Yeah, they don't like me there.
Yeah, because you're cold.
No, I'm not talking about the...
Oh, yeah.
Shanks. Yeah, Shanks. Yeah, he hates her guts, man. Like, yeah. Okay.
He was bald, wasn't he?
He was what?
Shanks was bald, right?
Yes.
That's unfortunate. I was really hoping he would have red hair.
There you go.
No.
All right,
No.
so you guys are sitting at the booth with Shemesh and Thriss. The Tabaxi are running around getting everybody like a free pint of ale for like having to deal with all that. The band is playing their music in the background. They're playing Shatter, their hit song. I think you guys hit up the their booth and you got some shirts too.
Yeah,
Right.
They got tour
picked up
dates
their
on
latest
the back.
CD.
Do they have a Zune?
A Zune? Yeah.
Gord has his wound.
Oh boy. All right. So you see that Monty has now shrunk down to his regular size. People are surrounding him, thanking him for what he did. And Shemesh looks at Thriss, and then she looks at you, and she says, "I should go see what that was all about."
Go put them back in the pantry.
So she gets up out of her booth and starts walking towards Monty. What do you guys want to do?
I just watched my dad get thrown out a window. I'm gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, even worse, your dad is like working for someone who's like after you, right?
Yeah, and who's kind of like my sworn nemesis. Like, I want to take him down.
Listen, man,
Because of...
that chapter, I'm not there yet, but like I'm in like the planning part of it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I was actually like sitting there the other night trying to think of a cool way to like kind of tear down his empire, like use Shemesh to like tear him down and then like weasel my way into it and pick up the ashes.
When you guys get into the encounter with him, like that's just like one like element, but like the consequences of what happens after this encounter with him, I mean, and like obviously you have a choice of what you want to do, but I'm like thinking about it and it's just like, I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm like scratching my own back here, but like I've got plans. Because I got to get you guys up to level 20. You know, like
Yeah.
you're only what 6, 7, 6? Yeah.
I think we're 6.
All right. So
I mean, we can be whatever level you decide right now.
No, we might go backwards.
I
you
just opened the level 10 version of Anne, not the level 6 version of Anne. I was like, man, why is he so strong right now?
Oh yeah. All right. So so the Tabaxi come around as Shemesh leaves, and the Tabaxi puts 6 pints of ale on your booth. Thuris picks one and starts sipping on it, and she goes, "She'll never escape her work," and she like downs it. And I assume you grab 2 and you're double fisted.
Oh yeah, just
I rolled a 1. I got goat's milk again.
Yeah, there's the one bartender poured the wrong drink. Let's see. So do you guys want to go over to Monty to check out the letter or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to save that for Curtis?
No, I talked to Curtis. He says it's fine.
okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
this part of the story is like a very small moment before we get into the side quest. All right, so you guys walk through the crowd. Monty eyes you, and he like parts them so that you guys can get here. Shemesh is in front of you guys, and Monty says, "You guys didn't see me sneaking up, did ya?"
I saw you growing up.
Well, I mean,
Something funny, but I wasn't sure what it was.
I pride myself in being pretty good at noticing things, but well, damn, dude, I couldn't see you coming in my way.
Well, good. I was worried that I'm starting to lose my step a little bit, but Monty still got it.
I'd say so.
Monty takes out the letter out of his pocket, and you see him look at it for like an embarrassingly long time, and he's just like making these gestures like, "Oh yes, oh okay, and then he looks at you and says, "I can't read. I can't read this. This is what I can't read. I can read." And
Anne takes it
mean-
and says, "Well, I'm pretty good at, intellectual things. I can read to you." And so Anne reads it.
he says, "All right, just to make sure I didn't miss anything, why don't you read it out loud?" I'll read it out loud. It's a letter, and it's on really nice paper with really nice handwriting. It says, "Dearest Montego, I hope that this note finds you well. I keep hearing from my men that you have once again impeded our progress with our enterprise. Even worse, I hear that you've made some friends that are getting in my way. I will not stand for this and I would like to issue you a formal warning. If you continue to be a thorn in my side, then my members will make more and more appearances at your lovely establishment. Xanathar."
You should have said it in a southern accent, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He said the place is lovely. There's that.
Yeah. You see Shemesh just like look super worried, and she goes, "Oh, not Xanathar again. I'm sorry. It was a lovely evening. I thought I could take a day off, but crime takes no days off." And then she looks over at Thuris and like does the little head nod like we're leaving.
What?
And she says, "Thank you for a lovely night, Monty." And she waves you guys goodbye.
Later, Gator.
In a
Hopefully
while,
that's not offensive.
in a while, crocodile. Monty is like processing everything that was in the letter, and he says, "Ever since I turned down his offer to join his thieves guild, he's had it out for me. I'm gonna have to get him out soon. He's starting to become a pain in my rear end. I mean, you guys don't want drugs in this city, right?"
No, man.
Well, not
Drugs
those
suck.
anyway.
Dare to say no to drugs. That's what I always say.
And I can hear you lying.
And just so you guys know, Pi is like with you. He's just like being very silent. He's standing with you. I think
He got so fucked up, he just kind of went into hibernation mode.
Yeah, I think Pi had like two drugs too.
Yeah.
He had 2 drugs.
I don't know if he took it or threw it out. Like I don't remember, but
No, he still has them in his pocket because me and him like worked to get them for whatever reason. I think one decision I want to make for Anne's character that I think Robert would know is that Anne doesn't like drugs, like especially Arcane. He's seen the effects of it. So
okay.
There are certain lines he won't cross. Stealing from children in the old and stuff like that's fair game. But when it comes to like drugs and stuff, then yeah, that's like life changing and life destroying. So that's where he's kind of like, nah.
Yeah, especially considering this drug might cause you to explode. So, I respect his decision. Yes. Let's
crazier
see.
things have happened.
And Monty says,
Sounds a lot like Compound V.
Compound V. Oh yeah, from The Boys. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. That's a fair assessment. I respect that. Let's see. Monty says, you boys haven't had any run-ins with him, have you?
I mean, not as such. I mean, we kind of, we've encountered it, but it ain't like we had any fights or anything. It was just, oh, I see you, and you look like a douchebag.
Well, I've kind of had dealings with him in the past, and I am not welcome by him at all, and he probably wants me dead. Actually, I know for a fact he wants me dead. He's sent assassins at me before, but yeah, I don't have a good relationship with him, and that might affect things. Hopefully, not too bad. But I kind of connect with Robert real quick and say, "Do you feel like I should tell him that he just threw my dad out the window?"
That was your dad?
Yeah, you know
Say
this.
that out loud.
Yeah, I say that part out loud because I'm not smart enough to keep that to myself.
I'm like, damn it, you killing me, man. But yeah, well, I mean, what do you think? Because obviously, I think Robert would have at least heard through our connection whenever I first met him, because I didn't have control over it at that
Oh
point.
yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't think
I mean,
so. But
do you
I don't
care if
think it'll
anything
be-
happens to him? Because I don't know him all that well.
I mean,
I think he's fine, but yeah, I don't think I trust Monty. I think I can tell him this. I tell him also, the man you just threw out the window was actually my father. We're not on the best of terms, so no hard feelings, but yeah, just so like you're aware of my whole connection with Xardaar.
Monty's jaw drops. One, not because like he feels bad about throwing him, but like because he's just surprised to hear this. He is that was her daddy, dude. Bevson. I mean, we all know him. He's Xanathar's right hand man. Considering Xanathar doesn't have hands, that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting of a scenario. I have a lot of ties with what's going on in the Thieves Guild, but yeah, Bevson, he was my father. Never met him. He, had relations with my mother and left immediately afterwards. So he has never been an influence on my life, and I've never really cared all that much until I met him the other day.
Does he know? Because I know Xanathar doesn't like you. I mean, I know that much. But does he know that you're his son, I guess?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was seeking out Anne because he knew that Anne was his son, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Okay,
he thought
so
he saw you at that that like festival day, and he saw that you had like really good skills, and he started like connecting some dots, and he said, "Holy shit, is that my son?" And you said no, and he offered you an invitation to join the Xanathar Thieves Guild.
Yeah. So with that, I'll tell Monty. He is aware that I am his son. He's not aware of me like he's met me before, and he's not aware that I am his son. But he knows that Anne, and the person that Xanathar is tracking down is his son.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I hope that whenever you two get into it, I hope he chooses you over the Xanathar. But I don't know what would happen there.
Well, we'll see.
That sounds better than what I thought. I thought we was just going to have to put him down once he realizes Anne just goes by his mama's last name.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have too many strong feelings for the man just because he left us. But I mean, I've been fine.
Your mama don't ever say anything nice about him either.
Yeah,
I once had a friend that left me for a little bit, but I think we got her back. This is an inside joke between me and Robbie. Yeah, it's something in a campaign we did a while back. All right, so so the band is still playing. There's lots and lots of drinks to go around. It is pretty late. It's almost 10 o'clock now. How do you guys want to spend the rest of your night?
Well, before Robert goes to bed, he's gonna write down. Like, he's basically gonna journal the person he saw die in his nightmare.
Okay. Yeah, and you rolled that. Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, that was fun. I want to have more nightmares. It's like, hey, here's a random NPC. Make up something on the spot.
Oh, we're about to go to sleep. All right.
Yes. And Robert only has nightmares, so it works.
Yeah.
Until we hit like 180 something at least.
Is this like? Do they have a rooftop bar?
Yes. Well,
all right. Anne's gonna.
You know what? They do now. They do now.
It's,
all right.
It's some dexterous folks up top drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only elite dexterous can get up there. Do I need to roll acrobatics to get up to the rooftop bar?
And high constitution, because they have to be able to hold their beer while they're up there.
No, if they fall, they fall. That's part of the danger.
You know what? Yeah, let's say Monty has like an acrobatics only like section, and he jumps up there pretty easily. But everyone else, like, if they want to drink with the Monty, that's how they got to get up there first.
Yeah. So I rolled a 16 plus 12, 28.
Okay, you get up there.
I figured the DC would be like 20, so I figured he would still probably get it.
Yeah. So, I get up there, but I think mainly it's just to kind of ponder things, get away from all the noise, and think about what's going on with Bevson and stuff like that. So, and starting to simmer down, I guess.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty nice. You're like on this balcony type area. It's not like a small apartment balcony. It's pretty large, enough for maybe 5 to 10 people. The music is a little muted, and you just kind of lean over the railing and just kind of look at the stars with the mug in your hand. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's what you do for the rest of the night.
You described a widow's walk.
I like it. What does Xardaar do?
The stars, the great kings of the past. That.
Yeah. He's just kind of listening to the music and drinking, because this isn't something he experiences a lot.
Got a couple of coins he just kind of taps against the table.
Does he get drunk, or does he like nurse his drink?
It depends on the drink.
Does he like his drink?
You get a drink that you ordered. The bad bartender's not there.
Okay. Then he has a strong buzz.
Okay, he's literally just vibing.
Knock him over.
There's you get a little buzz, like your vision gets just the tiniest bit hazy. There's a lot of lizard folk in here, and lizard folk are like a greenish, yellowish color. You start like kind of mistaking them for small Firbolgs because they're a little smaller.
Okay. Xardaar only remembers ever actually meeting Giver. That's the only Firbolg he remembers.
I guess he's like filling in those blanks. You know, like green person kind of looks like Giver and I.
We can assume he's seen pictures at this point.
Look, it's a me.
Look, your prospects for, not having some interspecies hybrid come out haven't been great. So you'll take something that's ballpark. Like, what is that? 77% match? Shit, I'll take it.
So, I don't know. Xardaar now has bark skin. I don't think scales are that bad.
Oh yeah, I gotta create like an item for you guys so you can like activate that whenever you want. But like your AC is already higher than that, I believe. So.
My AC is 15.
So does
Matters
it
for him.
Yours?
Yeah, it matters for him. It doesn't matter for anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for flavor, I will definitely use it.
I think mechanically, I guess just for Xardaar, let's say that it takes you a bonus action to turn it on. Okay? Just mechanically. I think for everyone else, it should be good. All right.
Like how many uses and...
Yeah. Oh, you ate the
often?
fruit, man. You're good. It's forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I activate it.
It's like casting the spell, but it's a free spell.
Yeah. It's like pretty much a cantrip, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how I have false life. I can just do it whenever.
Alright, so Xardaar's just kind of testing it out, trying to focus it. Just drinking, listening to music.
Your like finger turns to wood. There's like a lumberjack that like starts giving you the eyes.
And Robert and Ann can obviously see all this because he's not sober enough to keep this from us.
Yeah.
Like, Ann, which one of us is going to give him the joke about morning wood tomorrow?
Let's flip a coin for it. Call it in the air.
Say odd or even.
Wait!
Wait, which one, Dylan? Odd or even?
Whichever one is heads.
What was a coin, odd or even?
Well, I don't have a coin, but I have a D20. It's still 50-50.
If we call odd or even, yeah. So yeah, odd.
Okay, I rolled the 17. It's you.
All right. This will be fun.
Damn it!
I mean, if you wanted it, I'll give it to you.
Nope. You gotta respect the roll. You gotta respect the
You'll
flip.
give him the wood.
I mean, I can gift it to you like inspiration.
Whatever you guys want to do.
I mean, your dad just get tossed out a window. I do think he could use this.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, you're right. We'll have other chances to make fun of him.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. So after like a night of drinking, you guys go to your rooms. Pi enters his pocket workshop.
That means Xardaar has to run to himself and Wi-Fi.
Yes. You guys fall asleep. You wake up the next morning to the usual, the orc knocking on the door as like your wake up alarm. Although I forgot who was rooming with Pi. Pi doesn't leave his pocket workshop. He stays in there. Okay.
Oh, it was Xardaar. Like I'll put the big boys together for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I thought we had always like split it up to where one big boy was with one small boy, and I usually ended up with Pi. But either way, we could put the big boys together. I like that idea.
And the cousins together.
I mean, we're kin, so that ain't that big a deal. And if Pi's in his workshop, then yeah, it ain't a big deal either.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys wake up the next morning.
Fresh Firbolg sleep gas.
No nightmare today.
Oh, wait. Yeah, let's roll for that, Dylan. You want to have a nightmare, right?
Yeah, I like it. It's kind of
fun.
fun.
Do you want to have a nightmare, or do you want to roll for it?
Well, I don't think Robert's tried to block it.
It was his turn last time.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's fair.
So let's go with Xardaar. Let's have Xardaar roll.
All right.
Xardaar, roll a d20. 1 through 10, it's a bad dream. 11 through 20, it's a good dream. A 3, you have a bad dream. Actually, okay, no. I'm sorry, guys. This is a real thing I was gonna do. Okay, so you guys all have the same dream, and you're not necessarily in it together like the previous dreams you've been having. But this is a dream that you have had. Not a dream, but something that you have seen before. Whenever you guys left the library, when you guys stepped through that portal, you had that vision. So in this dream, you guys have that vision again, but this time it's a little bit slower. Whenever you get to the part where it appears as though it's a dragon's breath just breathing down, instead of being green and colorful, it's now black and white. But the rest of the dream is still in color.
All right.
Check.
Yeah, basically, like, here, you got that part.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I was doing there. And that's the dream that you guys have. So, I'm sorry I took your bad dream away, Xardaar. Maybe that was a bad dream for you.
How dare you?
Maybe that was a bad dream for him. He doesn't like the Underdark or something.
Something is literally telling us what to do.
Well, you know, we do got this tree fruit going on.
Yeah, but something is using that to tell us what we need to do.
I mean, Dylan has ideas that Robert's not smart enough to have.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know what dots you guys are connecting, but you know that the black thorns, that plant that you ate, the tween thorns, it eats your dreams. But you also know that anyone else who has also eaten that is also like on the same network as you. So maybe there's someone else out there who, I don't know, is out there with the same powers as you or greater powers in that same field as you.
Stronger than Rouse, too.
Yeah.
So did the distance for our telepathy increase at all?
Let's say yeah. You were able to, not have it on all the time, but like, be able to turn it off. Yeah.
Can we see through each other's eyes yet?
I feel like if I gave that to you, it'd be like three things in one level, you know? Let's say no.
That's fair.
Yeah, let's say no.
So,
like, doing that versus, like, turning it off, those are, like, different levels. So let's say no for now.
What were, not to derail the conversation, but what were the things that we needed for the sealing spell? So, Dragon's Breath.
Let's see. Hold on, let me search for it, just so that I can.
The moss, whatever it's called.
Or Amicus.
Whatever we're about to get in the Underdark.
However that's spelled. Probably with letters.
Maybe with words.
Numbers.
Okay. It was way before that. Jeez. Yeah, it was right after the vision. Oh my god, there's so much scrolling. I don't have the list exactly in front of me. But it was something that Rouse told you, and I had a dang chart for it. Okay, here's the vision. Let's see.
Yeah, just because I forgot to take notes on it, and I'm now thinking about it. I'm like, I need to keep track of that.
Oh no, you're
That's
good.
the upside of playing dumb characters. I don't have to remember stuff if it doesn't stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be like, I just wasn't paying attention, or I forgot.
Here's what you needed. You needed Oramikos. You needed a green dragon's breath. You needed an Aboleth's mucus. You needed a fairy's light. You needed an extraplanar opening. And you needed a primordial's flame.
I feel like an extra planar opening would just be a bag of holding.
Maybe you need like a powerful one.
Primordial's flame.
Not one with glitter. Got it.
Well, it sounds like we're going to be going back to the plane of fire at some point. I'm wondering if the extraplanar opening is actually that thin space, but probably not. That seems a little too easy.
And it was something we did in a side quest.
Right. But that might be like how we find a fire primordial.
Well, like the side quests are like, you guys kind of figuring out like, how do I get to this place instead of me being like, oh yeah, there's an opening there, just go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it feel a little bit more natural, I guess.
Right.
All right. So you guys, you wake up the next morning, you get ready, Pi stays in. You go downstairs and you have the delicious breakfast bar that is always there. This morning they have crepes. They have a make-your-own crepe station.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. And let's see. As you're sitting there enjoying your breakfast, you see two people enter the bar that look like they're lost. One is a teenager in noble clothes that looks a little too big for him, and the other is a man in his 40s who looks like a knight. They look around for a moment before seeing the notice board and post something on it. They take a seat at the table close to you and order some coffee before getting a room to stay in.
I'll go read that notice.
So this is one of the three things that you got that I showed you guys. There was the Underdark thing that you could have chosen. There was the Seafaring one that you could have chosen, and then there was the Castle Green one that you guys could have chosen. So they're just kind of there to post, hey, there's something going on here. Yeah.
All right, looks like stuff's happening, folks. But we ain't doing that today because Pi won't get out of bed.
Yeah, so yeah.
What
He's
are
in
you-
there, and I don't know where the door is.
Yes, Pi
Where
will
is the
get out of
door
bed.
once he's in there?
I don't know. Because he said it's connected to where he left. But I didn't see him enter.
I have an idea, and it's kind of dumb. I'm gonna just throw you at where he left.
You can lift Xardaar?
I don't know how much do you weigh.
More than you can throw.
Probably a lot.
He's a
I doubt
big
you
boy.
can lift that boy.
Alright. I'm carrying 128 pounds. I
You're
weigh
probably close to like 400.
He's like Shaq size.
259.
You weigh 289.
Yeah.
Dude,
I could definitely knock your ass over, no problem.
I'm 250. If you're like 6'6", you've got to be heavier than that.
Yeah, especially if you're a beefy boy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just make that 2 or 3.
Yeah.
389.
350. It's a bit safer.
Okay. All right.
350.
Yeah, I can't pick that up. I can knock you over though.
So
I can pick that up.
let's see. This is
Why
where
would
you
you-
guys you're waiting
Why
for
would
Pi.
you
And you,
oh, that's stupid.
How else am I going to fly?
So we're waiting for Pi.
yeah, while you guys are waiting for Pi, you decide to take a look at the notice board and see what's there. So you take a look through it, and just to make sure, Dylan, you want to do the archaeology one.
Yep.
Falcon, you want to do the Twilight Tower. Robbie, you wanted to do the which one was it? It was like a bodyguard thing, right?
I think it was the
Debt collector.
debt collector.
Debt collector.
I might change that, so I want to go last or second at least.
Totally
yeah.
fine, man.
Alright, so the thing about the Twilight Tower one is there was also another quest from Shemesh that was tied into that one on the notice board. Like a member of, like a knight or something, went missing near the tower.
I think was that not written? Wait, fuck! I forgot that thing I sent you guys. I know what you're talking about. I think I sent that one to you guys by mistake because I was like still editing that one. But I mean, yeah, totally fine. I know what you mean. Okay, so which one do you guys want to do first? Twilight Tower or archaeology?
I feel like we should do the this here archaeologination thing because think
Yeah, it
about
sounds like we need to be at the Twilight Tower at twilight, and it's not quite that time.
that makes
True.
sense. Right?
True.
Just
That
think about it.
that
We're
does
going to
make
go into the
perfect sense.
Underdark. It's going to be all dark and spooky and creepy, and we need to be on the lookout for all kinds of stuff that'll be jumping out of nowhere. So, what's better to get some practicing for that than to go in like some old ruins?
Oh, and P.S. guys, we're officially done with chapter 3.5. Chapter 4
Nice.
now. Bye-bye. Okay. So, the archaeological assistants, you pull out this little post-it. Good news, everyone. We are a small group known as the Archaeological Society, and we have uncovered an interesting ruin at a construction site. The city paused the construction work temporarily, but the site is too large to handle for us alone. This is why we are searching for additional helpers. We cannot offer much in payment up front, but we hope to uncover some valuable artifacts. You can find the excavation site in the Trades Ward on Spindle Street. Okay. So, you guys are at the Salty Seaman. Let's see. So you need to go to the Trade Ward, which is over here on the kind of bottom right corner a little bit. So it takes you guys, it's a large city. It takes you some time to get there. You search the north end of the Trade Ward by the City of the Dead, and you don't really find much until you travel a little further south towards this main road, and just inland, like towards the very center, that's where you guys find this archaeological site. So surrounding all these kind of buildings, there is just a big hole in the ground, and you see people who look like archaeologists there, and they have their brushes and they're brushing things off, while you have others with pickaxes and they're just picking at it, trying to break the dirt up before shoveling it away. And that's where you're at. Actually, as you guys get there, give me a history check.
I might actually be good at that by accident. Yeah, I am good at that by accident.
By accident.
The +4. But I rolled a crit 1.
Hey.
So, yeah.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
I got a 13. Gannon, what'd you get?
I got a -1 to history. Hold on.
I got a +4, so it's technically a 5, but it was a crit fail.
And a 2.
Gannon got an 18.
Okay.
And a 2.
So, Robert
two.
and Xardaar, as you're approaching
I
here,
got the 2 too.
you recall hearing about how Waterdeep has a lot of sewers, and the Waterdeep that you're on now, is not the original Waterdeep. You remember hearing that a few hundred years ago, the original site of Waterdeep was consumed by some kind of plague, and that there were so many dead bodies that they didn't dig a hole and bury it. They just kind of started construction over top of it. So the Waterdeep that you guys now are on now, there is an older Waterdeep underneath it, and then the sewers underneath that.
Still not as creepy as the Paris catacombs.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Ooh, yeah. So you guys are outside of this dig site. You see someone in like a little archaeological hat. They look at you. They're a human, and they look over and they say, "Oh, hello. Are you helpers?"
Yes, I assume you're with the Archaeization Society.
Yes, of course. You came here just in time. We actually just uncovered something. Come now.
Okay, hold on. Archaeological?
No. Archaeology.
Archaeometry?
Archaeometry? No, now you've got me doing it. Archaeology.
Gynecology, got it. OBGYN Kenobi.
Well,
Use the fourth yet.
We are about to go explore a womb. No, damn it, it's a tomb.
Alright, so we're in New Waterdeep, and the monster in the sewers is technically a suburban legend.
Well, I mean, I've never seen a monster in the sewers, have you?
Can you change?
Well, that would be fun.
Get you.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed we run into a monster in the sewers.
Wait, now that you've said that, I want to... Hold on.
Oh, God. You're going to have to take the shorts off.
So, this person, brings you towards the... Okay. They bring you down into the site, and you go down, like, it's very deep. You're almost, like, 50 feet deep. They have, like, these stairs that they carved into the ground.
Yeah.
And, shoot. and they take you to what it's very much a hole in the ground, but instead of an opening, there is a stone, a circular stone slab. And you see that there's several archaeologists. They're just dusting it off, wetting it down so that they can read it and see what's going on there. As you guys approach it, you notice that there's some writing on it. What language do you guys speak?
Common and Elvish.
Common and Elvish, okay. What else?
Oh, I'm going to get spanked?
I
Thieves
speak
can't.
Celestial, Giant, and Gnomish.
Gnomish, okay. What about Robert?
He knows comprehend languages.
Okay, does that help with reading as well?
He just has to touch it.
Sorry, what did I miss?
You have to touch it.
Touch what?
It.
Touch the butt.
And what am I touching?
You touching the butt.
Oh, hell yeah. Comprehend that butt.
So you're going to cast Comprehend Languages?
Yes.
I'm actually curious about that.
Okay.
I can't remember how the mechanics are for it.
I think it takes you
You have
10 minutes to read it or something. But
Well, that's if I do it as a ritual, which I can.
You understand the meaning of any spoken language you hear. You also understand the written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface by which the words are written. It takes about a minute to read one page of text.
He also
Spell does not decode secret messages in text or glyphs, such as Arcane Sigil, that is part of the written language. That isn't part of the written language.
what do you want to do? Do you want to cast as a spell or as a ritual?
I'll do it as a ritual. We got time.
I cast a 4. I cast a 4.
So, hold on. You guys just gave me an idea with this. Okay, so you cast the spell on it so that you can read it, and it's written it's written in Infernal. And it tells you, I don't have like a word for word. Okay, it tells you, plague victims inside. Do not break the seal.
Well, I think we should break the seal.
Well, I mean, how long ago was this plague?
A couple centuries.
What was the plague?
How long? Like, do we know how long people are contagious even after they're dead?
Let's see. I would only say Xardaar and Robert would know this. Because it's been a few centuries and like it's like a big city. People didn't really like study it back then. They just built right over on top of it. That information wasn't really collected. As soon as people died, they just like let them die.
But you got to figure it. If they just started slapping stuff on top of it, if they were contagious for too long, somebody would have gotten something by now.
And you look at this and it appears as though it's like a very old, like this slab is hundreds of years old as well.
Cool. All right. I mean, I'll go first.
My curiosity needs to be satiated here. I want to get in there, but I also don't want to die.
You also don't want to die? Yeah, I get that.
I'll go first.
I think my curiosity is going to be a little bit stronger, so I'm going to go for it.
So, like, as you guys are looking at it, there's a group of like greedy-looking helpers that they just like you read it out loud, and they just don't care, and they're like arguing as to like who should open it. Now, before you open it, like give me an insight check.
I got 4.
Roll that one.
I actually did good on that. That's an 18.
18? Okay. So, I mean, 18 is good enough. I'll go ahead and tell you guys.
I say I got 17.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and broadcast this.
So, the people that are here, they don't exactly look like real great people. They look more like criminals, like someone who is just looking to get some money out of this real quick.
There's a flash snail.
How many are there?
There's about 10, but they look like commoners. You know, they don't look like anyone that's going to cause y'all any damage. You what?
Yeah, I'll tween fruit to the boys and say, I say we let them take the brunt of what's going to happen inside there, and then we go after them.
Yeah, I got a feeling that if there's something bad going to happen, I'd rather that not happen to us. And I mean, until they do something wrong, we're technically all helpers.
Yeah, I think like my vision of this is going to be kind of like in The Mummy, where the guys are just like eager to open up the chest, and when they do, that gas pours out and burns their skin. That's what I'm imagining happening.
Okay.
I'm imagining them just running in and setting off a trap or something.
So the head archaeologist looks a little concerned, like, that's interesting, but the victims, I mean, this is hundreds of years old. There's no way anything's still alive down there.
Well, let's fix that.
You're right. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. All right, help me open this up. And like you guys all circle around the slab. It's like a big stone slab. You pick it up, and you guys inch it off like a little bit at a time until it's finally big enough that someone can squeeze through. So just barely.
Wait. Hold on. I got something I want to do here for flavor.
Okay.
Because, let me find it real quick. I want to use my channel divinity because I have legendary athlete.
Okay.
Part of it. So how this works? Yeah, peerless athlete. For 10 minutes, I have advantage on athletics and acrobatics, and the amount I can carry, push, drag, and lift is doubled. So I could throw your ass.
Okay, so like, yeah, as you're lifting up the slab.
Oh my god. So Ganon just said, "You can throw Falcon's ass?"
Only the ass. Nothing else.
That's right, Ganon. I can only throw his ass. I can't throw anything else. The rest of him is too heavy.
So as you're doing this, you're clearly doing most of the work here. The veins in your biceps just like pop extra hard. But like as soon as it's like maybe a foot open, you see one of the humans, they look a little greedy. They like drop their end and they run behind you to get into this opening, and they slide on in. And you hear it's not like a perfect platform, like they're tumbling on rocks a little bit before you hear a thud. Do you guys just want to keep dragging it?
I think I'm gonna take a torch, because I'm assuming we got a bunch of torches. I'm gonna take one and toss it down in there to kind of illuminate to see what's going on.
Okay.
Well, I mean, man, you can see just fine.
Oh,
what's that?
Act like a douche.
Yeah, and you can see. Well, he don't even need his fey bands if it's just regular darkness.
No. It only works in magical darkness. It doesn't give him dark vision.
Right, but he's a half elf. He can already see in the dark.
Yeah. All right.
I guess for the benefit of flavor and the people around me. So we toss a light down there.
So you toss it, and it's not a straight drop. It is, kind of like very crude stairs, like an angle. It's about a 20-foot drop before it gets to the bottom. Like you can still very clearly see it, but you do see that in the shadows that it's casting in the light, that there is movement down there. You also hear like little skittering, like. And you see the guy. The guy runs towards the torch, and you see him look up and say, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" All before you see something wrap around his leg and pull.
I'd say let's close it, boys.
I don't know. I mean, and if you want to check it out, I can hold this up real quick. That way you can get out, no problem. Between me and Xardaar over here. Between me and Xardaar, we can definitely hold this up.
I'm holding the door.
Why do I always have to be the one to do the shit? I gotta go into the dragon's mouth, and I gotta cut its glands out, risk myself melting in poison. Now y'all want me to go in there? Oh,
I mean, you're the one who was trying to push that goblin off the side of the mountain anyway. I feel like you put yourself into half of these situations.
Well, you guys don't help it out any. All right. I guess oh man, this is not good. So
I mean, I could roll acrobatics to, throw the slab and knock it open.
A T-Rex.
A T-Rex can. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start easing in, I guess. I know that everybody's probably dead in there. Do we want to all go in? Come on, boys. Don't leave me alone.
I'll throw the slab if we can. Between myself and Xardaar, we should be able to.
I mean,
yeah.
Lift. I can push, drag, or lift 900 pounds.
Tordo.
So.
They call Tordo.
Yeah, buddy.
How much does the slab weigh?
Probably.
I mean, yeah,
Tordo.
400-ish pounds, but between me and 6 of my friends, we picked up a truck with our bare hands once. So I feel like you guys can definitely do this in this fantasy setting.
Yeah, we can definitely open this up without too much issue. I'm gonna instinctively just cast Bark Skin on myself, just so I know it's not gonna increase my armor, but I'm doing it anyway.
Okay. Let's see. All right, so you cast Bark Skin on yourself, and
I'm putting the Fey Bands on.
All right.
I see. Yeah, if we got the door open, I can see. So what do I see?
Open the door and you can't see.
Okay. So you guys go down there, and you are in the light of the torch. Let me put you guys here real quick. In front of you. I guess I should put a token for the dead body as well. You see these plant-like figures that look very familiar to you, and they are surrounded by some kind of, I want to make sure it's the right word, there's some kind of aberration-looking thing. It looks like, let me just copy and paste it for you guys real quick. It looks disgusting. It looks like have you guys seen John Carpenter's The Thing? Or
the original?
Yeah. Or even like the 2010 version. It looks like that. Here we go.
Ooh, tasty.
It looks disgusting.
I think we know what the infected was.
Yeah, as soon as you guys land, it lets out a howling scream at you. All right. Roll initiative.
No, I need this arm free, so I can't have you over there. I got a 16.
A 16?
Yep.
Yeah, let me roll for mine.
Got a 20. Dirty.
15 for me, because I rolled really low. Tonight's not a good night for rolls for me.
I don't want 16.
All right, 15 for Ann. I was going to say, Ann, you good? All right, let me roll for these guys. Okay. Now, what's this thing's dex?
I don't want this. I don't want 16.
Okay. Well, good news is that you guys go first.
Cool.
That's the light.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I mean, yeah, it is kind of dark in there, but I think you guys are okay. I'm not gonna impose disadvantage or anything. All right, guys, go. All right, Xardaar, you're up first.
All right, so I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on that thing.
Nothing.
The one in the middle.
I got nothing.
Yeah, whatever that
I don't
aberration
want
is.
13.
Get the number.
Hunter's Mark, gotcha.
And that's a nat 20.
Okay, good start. Fantastic.
All right.
30 to hit.
I gotta try
A
again.
30. Okay.
I gotta try again.
Yeah.
Not high enough.
I gotta try that 16.
But its saves are terrible.
I gotta get that 16.
That would be awful.
I gotta get that 16.
So-
Gotta get that 16.
That's 1d6 and 1d8 plus 3.
Okay.
So
I need
that's
to get that
17
16.
as my max roll.
I gotta get that
Okay.
16.
And then 11. So 28 piercing damage with my first attack.
Wow. That was good. This thing just like it looks pissed off and it looks directly at you.
16.
All right, so
Nice.
I roll the attack again.
I rolled a 16.
Jesus, y'all are beefy at level 6. Damn.
Ow. Ow.
That's
Okay.
a 22 to hit.
I need to get that.
That will hit.
I can't. I'm stuck.
And I do 10 more piercing damage.
Oh. Okay. This thing is bloodied.
Nice.
Nice.
It's oozy.
It is
That's
very oozy.
And White Fang skirts around.
How much you said? 10? 10 damage?
Yeah, that second attack was 10.
Okay. All right. Robert, you up next.
Alrighty, let's see. What have I got for spells here? I mean, I got a handful of stuff.
I gotta get it.
Let me go get it, Gannon. You don't need my permission. You're something resembling a big boy. You're stuck, and then stuck yourself. You're gonna have to try harder than that, kiddo. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna wade right in on this. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself. I'm gonna burn a second level spell slot for it because I get those back on a short rest.
Okay.
I mean, it's not gonna do anything extra to that, but it means right now my AC is 21.
Okay.
So I don't mind just wading right into the middle of it.
I gotta get through the tunnel. I gotta get through the tunnel.
Oh, you had me too far. I can't get there.
There we go. Okay, cool.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, I was like
I was
fixing
like,
the
can you
map.
say
real
for
quick.
flavor that I was close enough to get to them.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I was like, because I would have been up there with Ann because I can see in the dark.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Can't get it.
All right, so I'm gonna attack the one to the south of me.
Right here. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna swing Frostbrand at him.
Oh no.
Why? Oh no!
You extinguished the lamp. You
I
extinguished the
got
torch.
a
I
16.
did.
Oh, you did.
Frostbrand.
Now,
I can't see.
Oh boy.
there's light coming down the stairs. We're only 20 feet down the stairs.
There's like
It's just
a
dim.
small amount of light pouring in from the top.
That counts.
I say it's dim for you.
All right.
So instead of seeing like 60 feet, you can see 30 feet.
Please.
All right. Let's see.
Four.
21's probably gonna hit that first one.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure that whatever I roll is going to be enough, but still.
6,
All right, let's see.
7, 7.
Is 18 going to kill him?
You cleave through this thing, and you hurt the one that was to the north of you.
Nice.
I'm gonna do 18 to kill him.
And then for flavor, every time I kill one, they're just going to freeze.
I got 18 to kill him.
Yeah, you got a
Okay.
little
Nice.
frozen twig boy there. All right.
I got 18.
All right. Next up is oh god, I put Anna. I meant Ann. My bad.
To kill him, buddy.
Yeah. Go, Anna.
And a pack one.
We have Anna.
Anna can't.
Oh, was it somewhere on the screen?
On the wait, did I put it in the wrong layer? No, that's a
Oh, I can see it.
tokens layer. Yeah, it's to the left of the circle.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I
It's right
currently have myself zoomed in
there.
right on the circle, so it's outside of my view.
Gotcha.
Let's see. I guess I'll go ahead and poke at this boy. Hey, is he looking kind of rough?
Yes, Robert cleaved through the one below him and into him.
All right, and I
Again, stop jumping.
let me see. I wouldn't have advantage on any of them because of like darkness or anything like that. So-
I mean, he is flanked, but I think you have dark vision, so because he's flanked, I'll give you advantage.
Yeah, I didn't have any doubt about being able to do him. The main thing was I was curious if I could get sneak attack. That's what I'm
I mean,
more interested in
if you
doing.
have
You
advantage,
would
you got
anyway
sneak
because
attack.
it's right beside me.
Yeah, I don't know if I need sneak attack, but I'll do it.
If
You
you
should.
before you attack him, Robbie, if you move up to like this space here or this space here, you'll be able to cleave.
Ooh.
Because
Yeah,
you
let
gotta
me
be
do that.
like within 5 feet of the next enemy, or have another enemy within 5 feet of that one.
Let me move here, actually. So yeah, I'll go ahead and attack this guy.
Man, don't poke my butt. That's weird.
Let's see.
Stop.
Where is
Stop. If I can tell you to
this
stop
one?
again.
So does a 16 hit?
Absolutely does.
All right. All right, that is.
Kid, you're a mess. Really? Because you look like a mess to me.
19 piercing damage.
Okay, so
On him.
you obliterate this guy. Like, absolutely obliterate him. And, let's see. 6. Okay. And you have enough to swing through him into the next one.
Okay. Do I roll extra die for that one?
No, because they have the same AC. Wait, what do you mean extra die? Like, did you roll your total damage?
Yeah, I just rolled my total damage. So
Okay.
do I just like half that and that's what's done to the other guy?
No,
or
the difference, like, that guy had 6 HP left, and you did 19 damage, so that means you did 13 damage to the next guy.
Okay, so I did 13 to him.
So you
And
killed-
I'll go ahead and. All right. And then I'll use my offhand to attack the other guy.
Okay.
And deal the. Use my bonus action for that. I think that's the only thing. Hang on, let me double check to see what my bonus action. Oh, I can use my my cunning action. Do I want to do that?
To dash, disengage, and...
No, there's nothing there that I want to use. So I'll go ahead and I'm assuming Robert's going to be up on one of them soon. I'm going to move. I think I have 5 feet left, so I'm going to move right here and call it because I don't have much left to do.
All right. So it is now this thing. It's a quarry. It's an aberration. Let's see. Which I think is Xardaar's favored thing, too.
Aberrations?
Yeah.
It's monstrosity.
Oh, monstrosity. Gotcha. Okay. It's going to turn towards you, Anne, seeing as you knocked out
Bunk.
2 of them. And, okay. So first I'm going to roll to see if it gets its cool ability. You know, I'm going to roll here, just so you guys can, like, see my rolls. Okay, I got a 4. It did not gain its special ability. Let's see.
Okay.
It's going to make 3 attacks. Wow.
Cool.
Okay. So the first one is going to try and get you with its pincer, Anne. Does a 24. 24 going to hit?
I'm debating. It's definitely going to hit. I'm just debating on whether I should use Uncanny Dodge now on this attack or if I should use Shield. I think I'm going to go ahead and cast Shield on myself as my reaction.
Okay.
So my AC is now 22.
Okay, gotcha.
So
it's still going to hit
but
you.
yeah, I'll still take. Yeah, it'll still hit me, but my AC has jumped to 22 because he's got 3 attacks.
Oh, I gotcha. All right, so you're going to take 5 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. Okay, and you are grappled. So now that you are grappled, and it's going to try and get you with its claws. Okay. Which is the same.
I don't make any kind of saving throw to not be grappled. It's just automatic
I don't know.
condition.
It says the target is grappled if it is a
Okay.
large or smaller creature.
Okay.
I guess on your turn, the escape DC is 14.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Hold
And
that long.
all right, now to hit you with its claws. Okay, that is an 18. Not gonna hit. Robbie, do I roll with advantage because you're grappled? I think
It's a good question.
I mean, I would imagine so, right?
It's possible. Let's see. Grapple. That's one that I haven't used a lot, so I couldn't say for sure.
Oh, that's a vacuum. That's a vacuum sound.
Target must be known. Attack roll, grab mission. It says nothing about whether you can get advantage or not. All it says is using at least one free hand. You try to seize.
Is it a vacuum sound?
Okay.
I have to use my some ability to escape it, and that's the only thing I can do on my action.
Gotcha.
My movement is now 0.
Okay. Let me just check it up too. The grappled creatures get attacked. There is no advantage or disadvantage to attacking a grappled creature. It is just grappled. Okay, cool. Good to know. And now it's going to try and hit you with its stinger.
Ugh.
Okay, that is... Oh, it looked like a nat 1, but it's a 7. It's not going to hit you.
Okay.
Okay. Now these little plant boys are going to go. Xardaar, this one's going to move towards you. Wait, where is Xardaar? Oh, way over there. Okay, it's going towards White Fang then. Okay.
Oh.
It's going to try and hit White Fang. Okay, that is a... It's going to hit a 17. I think that's going to hit White Fang, right? Alright, White Fang's going to take... What number is this? 1. White Fang's going to take 2 piercing damage. This one here is going to go towards Robert. Try and hit you with its claws. A 7's not going to hit you.
No, not even close.
This one's going to try and hit you.
It's going to bounce off of Robert. He's not even going to care.
Actually, I was going to say, I should have rolled with advantage because you're... Oh, wait, no, you're not. You're not flanked. Okay, now you're flanked. 13's not going to hit. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this one's going to try... Actually... Yeah, and this one's going to try and hit you with its stingers. I'm sorry, like, that's not going to hit. And this one's going to come here and try and hit and... Oh, nat 20. Okay. It's still not much.
I don't have to save him.
Okay, so...
I see you at
you're
the
gonna
back.
take 4. Ooh. 1. You're going to take 6 piercing damage.
I see you at the back.
On a nat 20, a crit. Okay.
Well, I mean, could be worse.
Yeah. Xardaar, you're up.
Not great.
Huh?
Zardar's turn.
Do
Alright,
it
so-
again.
White Fang is going to use Punishing to use his reaction to bite the thing that attacked him.
Okay.
That is a nat 20 to hit.
Jesus. White Fang is like gonna take a huge chunk out of him.
I'd say, is 11 going to kill it? Because he's already got 11.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's say yeah. 11 will kill him.
Well, it's 2d4 plus 3. And then it'd be 2d4.
And then an
plus
additional
3, so-
2d4. Yeah, that would have killed this thing either way.
Alright, so White Fang's kill count goes up.
He's got 2 kills.
He's gonna move closer to provide some better support. Xardaar's gonna scooch up a little so he can see better.
One way here.
And he's
And put
gonna
it there.
attack
I
the
can't.
I know.
squiggle thingy.
Okay. Show me what you got.
Trying to decide if I want to move White Fang up so it can be flanked to give advantage.
Meh.
Oh, this one is
I think
good.
these things are not
Give
dangerous
me,
to White Fang.
give me another screw. I gave the solid screw.
That is a 24 to hit,
That'll hit.
and then with advantage it would have been a 29 to hit. So that's 12 piercing damage.
Okay, he's not happy about it. It makes like a disgusting creature sound.
Again. 16 to hit for the first roll, and 18 to hit.
Okay. Both will hit, I believe. Yes, both will hit.
6 piercing damage.
Okay, so it's still up, but this thing is bloodied AF.
Cool.
I got 6 damages too.
All right, Robert, you up.
Okay, let's see. I'm not terribly concerned about these plant boys here, so I'm actually going to scoot to right here. I know I'm going to take 1 attack of opportunity.
From that one there, correct. 3, it's not going to hit.
No, not even close.
You got some, man?
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and swing at this big boy here.
That's green on it? It turns red, child? Turns red?
Yeah, it's charging, Cam. That's what the things do when you plug them in. That's why I plug in every night, so I can charge. All right. That's a dirty 20, but I've got advantage, so let's see if I crit. I do not,
It's a dirty 20.
but pretty sure a dirty 20 is going to hit.
I gotta get the dirty 20.
You want to get a dirty 20, Gannon?
I mean, I
Okay.
think you said a 16 hit. So.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
All right. Oof. That was not a good roll. I did 2 slashing and 1 cold damage.
To the guy north of you, right? Or south
No,
of you?
to the pincer boy.
Oh, to the pincer boy. All right.
And
Tell me what happens.
I was like, good. If that didn't kill him, I was going to use Divine Smite to finish the fucking job. All right, so I scoot up and I'm like, you let my cousin go, you sick son of your mother.
It does a gross sound.
Yeah, when it does that, I just stab him right in his gross mouth. And just bring my sword up, and the wound freezes.
Allie! You got
All right, it freezes and it just like falls down and shatters. Whenever it falls down and shatters, the rest of the plant creatures collapse.
Yeah, I got dirty
Nice.
20.
That's not a dirty 20 again, that's a nat 20. That's
All right,
better.
all right, Dylan, that was kill 199 for you.
Yay.
That's not better.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
catching up. I'll be there in a couple months.
So those things collapse, and you hear the archaeologist yell down, "Hey, is everything okay down there? Do you need help, or can we stay up here?"
We're good.
Well, you might need to hold off for a minute while we check out everything, but we're safe at the moment.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just let us know when it's safe, and we'll come down there.
Will do. All right, boys, let's loot.
Okay. Why don't you guys give me an investigation check?
I need this dirty
Oh.
20.
All right, 18.
Yeah, I need to roll. I need to see what I get.
18.
I
Okay.
need the dirty 20. I gotta get the dirty 20.
17.
I got a 19. Again, what do you get?
So
Roll.
17, 18, 19. Okay. Let's see.
Gannon rolled 17, but he doesn't want it, so he has a dirty 20.
Who let's see. Who rolled the 19?
I caught it.
Beef boy.
Got it. I caught the dirty 20.
Good job, Gannon. Proud of you.
Okay. Wait, Xardaar rolled the highest?
No, Robert.
Robert.
You.
Okay.
Cool boy.
I gotta get the dirty 20.
So is Xardaar just beef boy now?
Have one?
Because that seemed to be your interpretation of my words.
Yes.
I'm good with it.
All right. You find a moon-touched longsword.
Cool.
Yeah, a
Nice.
moon-touched longsword. Let's see.
These ones are clean. One.
Okay.
That one.
And
That's that one.
Xardaar, you rolled the next highest, I believe, right?
Tony.
No, it was me. I got an 18.
And
Oh, wow.
I got I get 17.
And you find a potion of force resistance.
Okay. Not bad.
And Xardaar,
30, 20.
you find a potion of climbing. Also, with that investigation check, you guys search the bodies, and you find that
What the heck?
these
was a code
also
number?
have those little red thorns in them. And what you're able to gather, you've noticed that before, that if you take down the person who has eaten the fruit of the red thorns, then it stops their control over those that are infected. So you imagine that those twig blights, that's what they're called, were infected at some point, and maybe that's the disease that was spreading through the city a while back.
Okay.
All right. So you guys find some loot in there. There are like glyphs and stuff written in there. It seems as though this is not old Waterdeep, but this is mostly just a what's it called? Just an old sewer.
Okay.
Yeah. Whew. All right. So you guys leave.
Too bad I don't have Lynn here. She'd be able to tell us how old it is.
Yeah, right? So you guys leave, and you leave the door open, and the rest of the archaeologists and like the people that were looking for treasure pound on in there, and as you guys are walking away, you hear someone say, "There's nothing but dead bodies here. Why is it so cold?"
I like that part.
All right.
Like, well, there ain't been no sunshine in there for centuries. Of course it's cold.
All right. So you guys go back to the bar. I would say it's about afternoonish by now, since you guys were walking around all over.
We have lunch.
Yeah, you go back. You have lunch at the Salty Seaman.
I got one.
Since it's not,
You want the Moonflesh sword so you can see it?
this is not quite
You can have it.
twilight.
I'm not going to use it.
I want
I gotta
to
use it too.
join a cult.
Okay.
Nice.
Which post was that? What was
That is, we are the Illuminated. Our consciousness was expanded. We found strength and unity. We found peace. Join the evening join us this evening in the Sovereign Tavern.
Okay. So this is not, for some reason, there were like 4 posts that didn't have like an explanation for it. This is one of them, but I've been like thinking about it because my wife chose it once and I wasn't like ready on the spot for it. So, you guys ask her on the bar. You ask where the Sovereign Tavern is, or Sovereign, whichever one. And they tell you, one of the Tabaxi says, "Oh yeah, that's one of the rich people. Yeah, that's in the North Ward. That's where kind of the nobles live a little bit. You know,
All right.
the nobles that aren't royalty. The royalty live in the Castle Ward, but you know, the people that made their own money, they're in the North Ward."
Okay. Well, this is starting to sound more and more like Ann Speed. I like it.
All right. So you guys leave the Salty Seaman and you walk through all the way to the North Ward. You guys spend some time kind of searching for it. And after asking around, after not being successful, you find that it is in the North Ward, but it is in this little cube here. Wait, did I move you guys over there? I did not move you guys over there. Whoops. It's in this cube here of the religious temples. So it's right here in this little corner.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you guys walk into the Sovereign Tavern, and it doesn't look like the bar that you guys are used to, like the Salty Seaman. It doesn't look like that at all. It looks very fancy. There's a lot of people that are in noble clothes. The bartender isn't like just some guy behind a bar. They're like wearing like a suit. They look very presentable, clean shaven. And as soon as you guys walk in, they turn towards you and give you a look like, I'm sorry, who let the peasants in? You know?
I got this. I'm gonna put on my plastic sheriff's badge, smear on a little bit of war paint.
I don't think intimidation's necessary.
I was gonna tell them I'm here to inspect the sommelier. It's like the only fancy drink word I know.
Well, we're here to join a cult. We're not here to scare them.
Who pours the drinks?
But I want to inspect the sommelier so I can find out what one is.
Well, you go inspect the sommelier. I'm going to go join a cult. All right.
Fine, but I'm keeping my badge on.
Sounds good. All right. So I actually want to talk to one of the people and say, yes, I am here to be illuminated. I hear there is a collective, and I wish to join.
Do you are you asking the people drinking, or is there like a bartender or something that you're going to?
I'm talking to some of the people that are drinking.
Okay, so these people look very much kind of like snobs, you know? There's like a person in the corner that's like playing some light music over there. And when you say that, like, not only do they look at you, but everyone kind of turns at you like, who the fuck is this guy? Give me an insight check.
All right. That is a 14.
14? Okay, so when you say that, the bartender, you see him look a little just like a little sweaty. Like his eyes open up a little bit. He starts looking around the room.
I'm gonna go talk to the bartender then, and I basically say the same thing. Just, I'm here for the collective.
For the collective, okay. I'm assuming you saw our flyer, right? Ask me for a drink.
May I have a drink, sir?
Oh yes, of course. We have all these wonderful wines here. Yes. And he pours you a glass of wine, and he says, "Go talk to the woman in the corner enjoying the music. She'll tell you what to do." And you see this woman in the corner. She looks kind of young, like in her 30s or so. She definitely looks like she has money. And she does have makeup on, which is not something that a lot of people in this setting really have, unless it's like a way of saying, like, with me, I can afford makeup, you know?
Okay.
She is sitting by herself, but she has a glass of red wine with her.
So, do I need to roll for my performance with the more refined accent?
Let's see what happens when we get there. What's Xardaar and Robert doing?
I'm also going up to the bartender.
He says, and he tells you the same thing. He's like, "Listen, I told your friend you can't be in here. You have to order. If you want to stay in here, you need to order something."
My good man, that is exactly what I had brought myself over towards you to partake in. I had been informed that you were the sommelier of this reputable establishment, and I was hoping that you could hook me up with a wonderful vintage.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll show you refined, Anne, I think.
I will say, I was going to talk to you guys about your backgrounds later before we did the seafaring thing. I feel like Robert comes from more of like a noble, like a nobility type of household, whereas Anne comes from more of like down to earth, like we do shit with our hands type of household, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So I definitely kind of stand out in like a bad way in my house.
So I'll say that like Robert doesn't look the part, but he's like fitting in a little bit better. Like he's been to fancy places. He was in yacht club, you know? He's good.
Anne's just good at talking to people. That's about the only thing.
Yeah, Robert knows how to talk to people and had to learn how to talk to people.
Yeah.
So he asked.
I'm not British, but they made me learn it in prep school.
Oh yeah. Oh, you went to a private school too. Okay. Okay.
Yes, in Connecticut. In fact, I took my father's Zeppelin over here this morning.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. I'm sorry. I had you pegged all wrong. Well, sir, would you like a red or a white?
I'll leave it to you to decide for me.
You,
And I will hold your choice against you, sir.
So he takes a bottle out. It was sitting in ice, and he says, "Now I have to warn you. This is 20 gold for a glass."
I slap down 40, and I say, then I'll take 2.
I got you.
Yes, sir. And he pours 2 of them, or he pours the glass or the wine into 2 glasses and slides them over to you. And then as he slides them, he looks a little like he's waiting for something. Like
I gotta get you. I gotta get you.
And I slide him another 5. Thank you,
sir, for your
I gotta
kindness.
get you. I gotta
And I'm
get
assuming
you.
you go and join Anne close to this.
Well, first I drink the gold. Sorry, I drink the wine. Wow.
I drink the gold.
I drink the gold. Let me make a Constitution save.
It's delicious.
3. I'm fucked.
I gotta get you.
That's some good ass gold.
Okay, I drink. I take a sip and I slide him another 5. Well done, sir. Well done indeed.
Thank you. I'm glad you like my recommendation. And then he eyes Xardaar, who is just sticking out like a sore thumb. And he tells you,
Pay no attention to my attendant.
I gotta take
well,
it off.
There is a small local brew that was chilled in the southern reaches of the Western Road Woods near Castle's Crows.
I
Do you
gotta
have it?
take it off.
yes, wow,
Go back.
yes, we absolutely do. Sir, you must know your wine.
I hail from Castle Crows.
Then I have a wonderful vintage for you. And he pours you this this very grapey wine, and not just like, I know wine is made from grapes, but this one tastes like grape juice. All right, and he tells
I
you,
taste it.
"Sir,
Say.
I appreciate it, but just make sure that your animal there, if it does anything to the floors, I'm afraid we'll either have to charge you or force you to clean it up. So please just be mindful."
I assure you that this here horned wolf is better trained than almost any sommelier you have ever encountered, sir.
And then immediately shits on the floor.
Yeah, on cue.
Yeah, White Fang, like, he has that look like he's about to squeeze it out. What do you do?
I pet him, and he knows that means he can go.
Okay.
Like, he can run outside to do his thing.
I think that you also have like the wand of prestidigitation, Xardaar.
We do.
So if he does
Oh,
make a
what?
mess, you can always clean it up pretty easily. Someone's got that wand. I don't know who.
It's not in my inventory. No, Pi has it.
That doesn't do us any good.
Because he's a chef and he's brewing stuff now. Like, he needs
And
to
he makes a mess all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. All right. So you guys.
That was robot covered in flour.
Down.
You guys
I'll put him in the
approach this woman, and she's sitting
Okay,
in
go ahead.
front of this man playing the guitar, and she's just kind of vibing until she notices that you guys are standing behind her, and she turns towards you and she says, "Oh, hello."
Does she have a drink?
She does have a drink, but it looks almost empty.
I give her my second glass.
She
Hello.
In fact, you were in need of a refresher.
Oh, well, thank you. I really. I recognize the scent of this drink. Is this that incredible vintage that he keeps iced?
Absolutely. I would have nothing but the finest. And if I were to buy a drink for someone such as yourself, I would not disrespect you with something I would not drink myself.
Dylan, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
All right. All right. Let's see. It's gonna be a 16 plus something. It's over 20. I got 23.
Okay, she blushes, and she immediately takes a sip. And she says, oh, this is fantastic. Well, I've never seen you in this bar before. What exactly are you doing here?
What's going on? You need to take your shorts
As I lean forward, seemingly on cue from Robert, and say,
Oh yeah, I totally like gesture to him at the right moment.
I say, yes, ma'am. And I lean forward just a bit, and I say, we are here to join the Illuminated.
Her expression changes, and she goes, I was hoping that we would get some guests. And, okay, you look at the part, I appreciate that. Well, we are somewhat secret. Clearly we're looking for members, but we don't just go out saying.
You can make me armor?
Here's what you need to do in order to join our ranks.
That's not armor.
Go to the
Diapers
bartender
are armor.
and ask
Make
him
my
for a special.
armor. A diaper armor.
He'll tell you
Make
that
my diaper armor.
there isn't a special,
Make my diaper armor.
and he'll ask you something. Once you do that, tell him that you're feeling down. And then find a seat and drink the drink.
Make my armor. Make my armor.
Very well.
Now, will we all have to procure a drink, or will one of us have a drink be sufficient?
It will have to be all of you. Well, anyone who wishes
All right.
to join, that is.
I lean over, or I say in my mind, you ready to join a cult, buddy?
I'm like, oh heck yeah, let's do it.
That's
But
Yes,
this isn't new to me.
Make my armor.
But I go ahead and just raise my glass to the lady. To new friends, madam.
And
I'm gonna go up to the
She
front.
raises it and takes a sip. What are you saying, Robbie?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and I ask the bartender, yes, my good sir, I would like the special.
Are the other two of you guys with him?
Yeah, I'm tagging along.
So he looks at the three of you and he looks a little nervous and he says, we don't really have specials here, but I guess I could whip you up something. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling well.
I'm feeling a little.
Oh, I'm feeling a bit down. I'm sorry.
And I was hoping that you could
I thought that there was something after this, but I'm feeling a bit down.
I was gonna say, he looked worried at first, and then he goes, yes, well, if you're feeling down, then I think that I can make something
Where's the
special just
button,
for
Dad?
you.
What's that button?
He goes behind the bar, like not like behind the bar, but like to the back area, and you don't see him for about a minute. And when he comes back, he's got 3 cups, and there's it's a blue liquid inside. It doesn't have steam, but it does have something rising up from it. He says, I ask that you find a seat before you drink this.
Oh boy.
Thank you, my good sir.
Of course,
And
of
I
course.
go and sit and I just slowly sip it.
Well, before you sip it, you guys find a seat in the corner, right? Or
Yep.
find a seat in a booth or something, so that you're kind of like covered on 2 sides. Give me a perception check before you take a sip.
Okay. I'm pretty good at that, and I did really well.
Got
26.
16.
Okay.
Not that good, yeah.
I'm back in it.
And you notice, you're a little observant. You notice that there were about 40 or so people in here. A good number of them are now gone, and you didn't see them walk out the door either. And you can't tell where they went, but you remember like, oh, there was like 4 people at that booth. Now they're gone. And
Yeah.
so on and so forth. So you just find it odd, like where did these people go?
Well, that's kind of weird. Oh well. So then I go and start to sip it. I'm drinking it kind of like a whiskey or something, just slow and
Okay.
a little bit at a time.
Little one.
So as soon, so let's say Anne drinks first, and the 2 of you guys wait. And as soon as you like take a sip and swallow it, you guys see Anne melt. He melts into the cracks between the seats and then into the cracks in the floorboard.
Does my drink melt with me?
Let's say yeah.
Or is there just like a cup that falls onto the ground?
You like took a sip and then you set it back down onto the table, and then you started melting.
Through the mental connection, I think. Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay, Annie?
Am I cognizant?
And when you come to, like you didn't get knocked out or anything. Like your vision was intact. You saw between these floorboards. You saw between everything. You find yourself underneath the bar. Like you can see the light from the cracks underneath it. There are torches there, and you also see all the people that were missing. They're all sitting underneath this bar now. It seems like there's a second secret bar underneath this one.
Cool. I go ahead and down mine in one gulp.
Yeah, when Xardaar asks if I'm okay, I'm gonna say I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay, because Dylan downed his, you didn't just like slowly melt. You like splashed.
I brush myself off and I see all these folks. And I'm like, well, I've had some peculiar experiences in my time, but this ranks quite highly amongst them.
One thing real quick. Your eyebrows look like they're upside down. How fast did you drink that thing?
Fairly quickly, and if they are, that is quite a relief because they were already inverted from a previous misadventure.
Maybe they're right side up now. All right,
Exactly.
Xardaar, what do you do?
I just look at what just happened, look at the drink, decide at a medium pace.
At a medium pace.
Family song.
Okay, what's in between syrup and water? That's what you do.
That would probably be like sugar-free syrup.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the consistency in which you fall through these cracks. All right. So you sit down, and you see that there's another bartender there. Like it's like a whole nother bar. It looks dirtier. It doesn't look as pristine as the bar up top. You see that these people, they like let loose a little bit. Like they had their hair up in buns and then they let it down. You see the bartender, he says, all right, final calls before we start. Any drinks, anybody? This guy looks a little more rough.
I'll take
what
one.
can I get for you?
I go on over to him. I'm like, my good man, give me something that'll put hair on my chest and knock it right off.
Okay, whiskey, you got it.
Good man.
Can I get an aged bourbon?
Water on ice
Bit
or
over.
straight?
Can you give it to me on the rocks?
You got it.
You pretty little shit.
Gives you a bourbon. Xardaar,
Man,
you
I-
anything?
I know how to talk to the upper class.
I need a bowl. I need that bowl.
You look like a milkman.
Talking to me? Oh, talking to Xardaar, the milkman.
Oh, yeah,
yes, he's the milkman.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you at all, Falcon.
Xardaar asks for something that'll get him a kick.
Okay. Wait, make him pink?
No, give him a kick.
Oh, a kick. Okay.
I'm okay.
So we've got bourbon, we've got whiskey. He gives you a rum.
Okay.
He says, that guy took the last of my ice, so you gotta drink it straight, bud.
I mean, I got Frostbrand. I can chill all the drinks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do that. All right.
Yeah, instead of like just completely unsheathing it, I just bring it out like a couple inches. You know, just make it cold right around us.
I'm gonna lean into the bartender and tell him, "Hey, yeah, you know the big guy there? He likes appletini. So next drink's on me." As I pass him a couple gold.
Okay. He's like, yeah, man, whatever. You got it. And he like, he looks pissed off that he has to make a mixed drink instead of something straight. You know, like I gotta work harder. Fuck. And you see him like putting it in the shaker and shaking it, and he's like eyeing you like, "This better be worth it."
Well, shit. In that case, order a Long Island tea. That's just everything, and it sucks.
He gives you he like finds a glass, like a Cosmo glass. It's dusty. He blows the dust off and then he pours it in there.
All right. So yeah, Xardaar, he hands you an appletini.
And too bad Pine ain't here. He can clean that right up for you.
It's like so much smaller compared to you.
I start looking at it and slowly tip a bit over your head.
And make a dex.
I'm gonna dex out of that if I can. Let's see. So 19 plus 9, 28.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely get out of the way. The bartender is pissed, like, really? You were just gonna whatever. Alright guys, well, let's get this show rolling. And he says that, and you see all of these people. There is like a coat rack on one side of the room. You see they all like get up and leave, and they walk towards the coat rack, and they all take off these. They take off the coat rack. They take a red robe, and they put it on, and they return to their seats. This bar area, it doesn't have a lot of booths. It's mostly high tops, so that you can see everybody. And he says, "I see that we have some new members here," and he gestures towards you guys.
I'll follow suit and I'll go grab a robe.
So you go and follow. Okay.
I'll go and grab a robe, but before I put it on, I want to investigate it to see if there are any red thorns.
Okay. So the three of you guys go and you get a robe, and they take it back to your seat, and they says, "Yes, take one, please. There's nothing better than showing your love for Syrian out loud and proud." You investigate. Give me an investigation check.
Here.
Yeah, oh, wow. 19 plus 10, 29. I just keep rolling 19s.
You look all over. You don't find any in the hood. You don't find any like on the inner lining of it. You do find some in the pockets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we just avoid putting
yes, I tell the boys, I'm like, hey, don't put your hands in the pockets. Also, it's a really good thing Pie's not here.
He'd be so pissed. I mean, to be fair, I might come back with him and we might fuck some shit up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he might like cause a fucking scene.
Just
So,
old pie. Old.
What?
I mean, like, given that the blackthorns were giving people like a disease, would I be immune to them?
I don't know.
If it's a disease, yes. If it's magic, no.
We'll have to cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking it's not really a disease as in like, you know, a virus or anything like that. It's a magical effect that your body starts having, you know, things happen to it based on this extra planar thing.
Gotcha. Curses.
And you guys can hear like the music from upstairs kind of seep down in here. The bartender slips out from the bar, and the woman that was upstairs who told you guys how to get down here, she walks behind the bar and she puts her hood down so you can see who she is. And she says, "Brothers, sisters, welcome. Praise
And whatever he
Syria." Yes, they all do that. And they say, "Praise be to Syrian. For too long we have been undermined. It's almost time for us to take the city. We're so close. But wait, we haven't gotten everyone yet. There are still others that don't listen to Syrian. There are others that think that Syrian is a fake god, that he's nothing more than a name. But we've all had our scales tipped in our favor. We've all done better. And who cares if others are doing worse? We're the ones sacrificing in his name."
Praise be to Simon. Syrian.
Indeed. Praise be to cereal.
When you say Simon, they all like give you a look and they go, "Fucking you guys." And they say, they look at you and they say, "New brothers, what brings you into the light of Syrian?" And when she says that, there's a little fireplace that just lights up. There's a warm glow in this room.
I got this. I'll stand up. Well, we encountered one of your priests by the name of Diamond Dew.
Oh, yes, Diamond Dew. What a good man. He
Indeed.
loves the
His words and his deeds, in fact, moved us to the point where we felt obligated, compelled even, that we had to come seek you out and learn exactly where he got this incredible this warmth, this fire burning inside of him. Because who would not want that for themselves?
I agree. You see, Diamond Dew, you could say he was the first follower of Syrian. He was abandoned, he orphaned, does not know none of his family, so he went out and made his own in the name of Syrian. And then everyone says, "Praise be to Syrian."
Praise be to questions.
And now all he wants is to expand his family, let others into his light. But yet others don't see it. Others want to live in the darkness. It's our job to shine the light on them, whether they want it or not.
Praise be to cereal.
And they like don't hear you, and they all say, "Praise be to Syrian."
Now, is this a tax write-off or what?
Oh yes, absolutely. We're all neighbors here. Why do you think we're here? Of course, it's a tax write-off.
I mean, I suspected as much, but you gotta be sure.
Are they waiting on answers from me and Xardaar as well, or did that suffice?
I'd say it suffices, but like they just want to like be a little more pushy. They say, "So, brothers, do you accept the light of Syrian into your hearts?"
Well,
I think
I
that's cool. I
accept.
can probably get you out later. And if not, Pi definitely can. I mean, we got like at least a god and a half on our side here.
Wait, did you say that in your head or?
Yeah, in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we got another god on our side, and I think we're okay. Yeah, I accept the light of Lathan, Syrian into
Better
my
than
heart.
Xardaar.
And when you say that, Anne, one of them says, "That's why we shouldn't let the poors in here. Fucking illiterate fucks." Yeah, they're, what's the word? Classist a little bit, I think.
Oh yeah.
So when you say that, she reaches underneath the bar and takes something out. She walks behind it or in front of it and over to you guys. On your table, she places 3 tall candles. And she says, "This is all you need. All you need to do is light it." And then she gestures towards the fireplace.
Well, how involved in this cult do you want to be, guys?
Like, just out of curiosity, like, does this candle stay burning forever? Like, what happens if it goes out? Is this a magic candle or just a regular candle?
Oh, this is just symbolic of your ties to Syrian.
All right, because I've been tethered to some weird stuff before, and I'd like to avoid that, at least without knowing what it is.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and walk up and I praise be to Syrian, and I light the candle.
All right, you light the candle, and they clap for you.
I walk up, praise be to Syrian. by which I mean my boss.
they clap for you. And Xardaar?
Pick up the candle. Praise be. I light it when I burn myself because it's a small candle.
They
Praise be.
and they clap for you. And they say,
That's
"Welcome,
entirely on you.
brothers."
You could have made yourself small enough to hold that candle.
It's visual, not physical.
Eh.
They tell you, welcome. You are now illuminated by the light of Syrian.
Cool.
And let's see, they tell you we'll have another meeting here in 1 week. Diamond Dew, he left for some kind of mission trip. He should be back. And apparently, he has a plan.
Well, that's great.
Good to know.
Do you know what the plan is to take the city?
No, that's just something that we've just been talking about. It's mostly on Diamond Dew's shoulders, but we're hoping it has something to do with that.
Good to know. Well,
All right.
like we do have some traveling to do, but it sounds like we're going to have to be back in a week's time.
Well, that's just when he's gonna tell them what the plan is, not when he plans on doing it.
Yeah, but what if he goes somewhere after he tells them the plan? Like, we're going to come back and they'll have the plan and we won't know because we missed the meeting, and that's just lame. Like, we joined the call.
Well, they
and
might
missed
tell
the
us.
meeting.
And we probably
Yeah,
don't want to be in the meeting when he's there because he'll recognize us.
Well,
He might not recognize me because I was always stealing people's coin purses, but he might recognize you guys. No, he will definitely recognize you guys.
Yeah, you guys were like
This is
up in
our-
his face.
Xardaar can disguise himself, and I'll just pull my hood low and buy a fake mustache.
Okay. So this is like, if this was like
I think
a
Saul has a
speed dating
fake
thing-
mustache. I'm not sure, but I think he does.
If this was like a speed dating thing, this is like the mingle section of it. So people are just like in their red robes and they're just like having a drink by like the firelight. And give me a perception check.
Yeah, like
This is to hear, to overhear them talk.
Okay, that's a 22 for me.
I got a 17.
14.
14? Okay. So, like, collectively, you're, like, you know, mingling around. It seems like the people here have, like, let their guard down and they're just speaking freely about certain things. You overhear them say, like, yeah, there were some rapscallions that got into Diamond Dew's face when he was sermoning out in the public the other day. Those bastards. Referencing you guys. Yeah, one of them was stealing money from the people there. What a brute.
Son.
And I'm like, we actually were there, and we saw this tiny little man. And I can only hope that he is swiftly brought to the justice he so richly deserves.
I agree. It's one
Like,
thing
he
to steal
might
from
have been a
Syria.
halfling. He was just so little.
Well, you know, the little ones, that's what they do. They're not big
And
enough to find a job
And
working,
is
so they
like
resort
almost
to
the same
stealing.
height as me, so this is really nothing. So it's funny.
No, he's 1 inch shorter than you.
Yeah, he's just an inch short.
In heels.
What? One step.
All right, let's see. You also
And always wears lifts just for that.
Yeah.
Just that he can be the same height.
What's the size?
Let's see. You also overhear another person say, "Yeah, there's some kind of metal man. I've never seen anything like him before, but he's spreading the
He's
word
them too.
of Moradin.
Do it.
Ugh, it's disgusting. Those tiny dwarves, always dirty and hairy. Moradin? Ugh,
We've had.
we should get rid of him. We should burn down that church." And then the other one will go, whoa. No, not yet. If it's what Syrian wills us to
What
do,
helicopters?
we'll do it. But we haven't heard from him yet. We should wait until Diamond Dew gets here. So these people just seem like pretty hateful. You know, like they hate short people, they hate dwarves, you know, yada yada yada. They're also like nobles, like high class, maybe not nobles, but rich people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're basically behind closed doors at the yacht club, and they think they're all safe.
Yes. There you go.
What's
Um,
mine?
And after like a few hours, the bartender says, "All right, well, whenever you guys are ready to leave, here's a drink that will bring you up." And he pours like a red drink into like a line of cups on the bar, and you see a few people just walk up and grab it, and like they get like phased up.
Cool.
Okay. I thought you were going to say they turn into bubbles and just
That
float up.
that would have been better, but damn it, I should have thought of that. Okay, do you guys take a drink and go back up?
Did we get the name of that lady?
Her name you didn't, but you during the mingling, you heard her go around. Her name is Catherine.
What's the only?
Catherine.
Catherine. She seems to be, I don't know, like the number 2. If Diamond Dew is number 1, she appeared to have like big number 2 energy.
Okay.
That makes her sound like a big poop.
Yeah.
She's got big poop energy.
Okay, so
Oh, look at all these white ass people. Whack.
there you go. All right, and I'll say like you guys were down there for like a few hours, and since it's the fall, sundown is not like at 8 o'clock. It's almost twilight hours. The sun is setting. It's on its way. It's like 5:30.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, sounds like it's time to do that.
Yeah, I think it's time, boys. Let's go to the twilight.
Before we go, beyond our candles, and the flame that came up for symbolic purposes, do we see any other candles burning?
There's many candles just lining the walls, simply for light purposes. You didn't really see, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the candle was just symbolic. It wasn't a magical thing.
Okay.
That's okay. I gather our candles real quick and just pop Frostbrand open enough to douse them. And I'm like, fuck you, Styrian. And I take my drink.
There's still people there. Give me a sleight of hand check.
4 seahorses.
Damn it, I'm not good at this.
4 seahorses.
I'm behind.
I can do it.
I'm behind Robert, so people can't really see around me. How about that?
Yeah, but they might.
My mind muggered mitt gives me advantage on sleight of hand, so if you want me to do it for you, I can. I'll just walk up behind you and
You do it for me because it just works if it's drawn. It doesn't say I have to draw it.
That not work.
yeah.
It says when Frostbrand is drawn.
Okay.
So I'll walk by him and just like do that anime thing where you just real quick open and close it.
Okay, give me that sleight of hand, Robbie.
Well, the first roll was a nat 20 plus 6, 26, but I'll roll again just to see.
You
Okay, that
successfully
wasn't good.
use his magic sword to snuff out these flames.
Okay.
And then you guys walk over to the bar, you take your red drink, and before you take a sip, the bartender looks at you and says, "Don't you ever order an appletini again, all right? I'm not making mixed drinks. You drink whatever I make you straight."
Can I get this in a daiquiri?
The other one does.
He gives you
I
like
take
the
my
"Are
drink
you
now.
fucking kidding me" face.
And
As
does
soon
the
as he
21
does, I
hit?
chug it and
4 seahorses.
zoom up.
And does the 21 hit?
Probably, yeah.
Shield.
Yeah, I whacked in the back of the head.
As he's drinking.
Yeah. Like, quit being a dick.
Yeah, you're like
Well,
your hand phases out. Like
oh yeah. So
Well, that sucks.
I felt it, but you went through me because I was already phasing.
yeah, you almost like avoided a mishap. Like you like see your hand phasing, you take a drink, and you catch back up to your hand.
That's fair. I would have pounded my drink after that.
And then Xardaar, I assume you go up next.
Well,
I drank it right when
what flip?
Okay, cool.
and after it in a daiquiri. I was just like, nope, not sticking around for that.
All right. So you guys go back up, and now like it's very crowded up here because there's a lot of people in there now. About as soon as when you guys walked in, and you leave. I don't think White Fang drank the drink, so I imagine White Fang was just patiently waiting outside. He has taken a dump on their it's not just like a dirt path leading in here. They have like grass, but like really good grass. He definitely shit on the grass.
It's fertilizer. And let's go.
Ooh, did we have to leave the robes behind? I assume we did.
Since you were new, all those people, they went to like a specific robe, so it seemed like it was theirs that they had left there. But yours, they're yours to keep.
Cool. Keeping it. We might need to be in disguise at some point.
Same. I'm still wearing mine.
Good thing I took 2.
I mean, red robes are all over town, so it's not like we'd really stick out.
Yeah.
And so as you guys are wearing these robes and you're walking by people, you see people are being like a little more friendly to you, like waving at you, you know, like hey, you know. Let's see.
Hi.
All right, praise be to Our Lady of Perpetual Tax Exemption.
Praise be, yeah. Okay, they're a little confused by that, but they accept it anyways. All right, are you guys gonna go back to the salty seaman, or do you have the thing memorized?
I certainly don't have it memorized.
I think
Next thing.
Xardaar might remember.
Tower.
So that's
What does it say?
Well, okay,
An
I'll
official
figure it out to you guys.
call.
Anyways. So this one said, investigate the Twilight Tower.
Uh-oh.
This is an official call of the city guards to investigate the mysterious tower just south of the outer fort in Waterdeep's Deepwater Harbor. Waterdeep's Deepwater Harbor. Wow. The city guard must concentrate on its core responsibilities, and it was therefore decided to outsource this particular problem. If the tower turns out to be a threat to the city of Waterdeep, any adventurer, mercenary, or simple looter is hereby authorized to solve this problem by any means necessary. The aforementioned party receives compensation in form of valuables contained within the borders of said tower. The tower is exclusively visible during the twilight hours. Duly signed by the captain of the guard, and it has the name Gary Layson on it, but I'm going to say it was signed by Shemesh.
okay.
Okay.
All right, so this part's official.
All right.
I mean, that's on the other side of town. Are we going to get there and it still be twilight?
Yeah, let's say yeah.
All right, we find a rickshaw shop. We find a
Just
rickshaw.
This one.
Xardaar
These letters.
drives the rickshaw because
The two letters.
they wouldn't be able to pull him.
Letters.
yeah.
And the rickshaw wouldn't be able to hold him.
Yeah, and the driver's in with us.
But does this happen a lot to you? Since we met him.
All
Not the
right.
crazy savings happen.
So you guys start making your way south. It does take you a while to get there. So I'll say instead of like leaving at 5:30, you guys left there at like 4 or so, whatever. So Deepwater Harbor, that is this like southern part here that is disconnected. Let's see. But I'll say because the, what's it called? The city guard has like, you know, asked people for help with this. They had boats out ready for people to ferry them over there in preparation for this.
Okay.
So you guys make your way to, let's say, right there or so. Yeah.
There's
right there.
level.
So you guys get to this little dock right here, and you're ferried over here to the
There's
beach.
level. That was
And as you get there, there's like a lot of people here.
There's
There's like 50 or so people that want to do this as
numbers.
along with you guys. And they tell you that it appears just as the sun hits the horizon here on the not here on the beach, but just on this little cliffside here. So you guys, along with all these other people, start climbing up. Here we go. Cool. All right, you guys start climbing up, and you know it's nice. It's a little chilly. It's very windy out here on the beach. You're a little higher up in elevation, so there is a slight chill to the air. Let's see. So there's about 50 bold adventurers who want to explore the tower and eagerly, you guys are all eagerly awaiting its appearance. When the sun hits the horizon, the tower appears.
Oh, that was cool.
Like, literally, it just phases right in.
Oh.
Alright, let me just get y'all's board.
Yeah, that was totally me bullshitting about the it having to be Twilight. Did not realize it was an actual thing.
There we go. Wait, you mean like Twilight, New Moon?
Yes, of course.
Oh no, it actually did have to be Twilight. Yes.
Yeah, when I was joking when I was like, "Oh, we can't go there until it's Twilight," but it turns out it wouldn't have been useful for us to go there if it wasn't.
No, you were right. Okay. So you guys are here. I put you guys on the map here, but you haven't like really gone in yet. So the tower appears, and assuming you guys were in the front or the back of this crowd, as soon as it appears, there's like a large Goliath-looking guy. He says, "I get to keep whatever I find in there. Let's go." And he seems to be leading this big group in there. And he kicks the door down, and they all charge on in. Do you guys charge on in with them, or what do you do?
Oh no, I say we let them run in because we already saw one dummy charge in earlier today, and that worked out.
Yeah,
How many traps are they going to trip?
I'm leisurely strolling in.
Okay, so you guys kind of hang back. You let this group charge on in, and you kind of like, take another step as you're tired of waiting. Let's see. And let me just find the appropriate music for this.
Ooh.
Were you able to get all that music that I sent you?
I did. I just haven't paid for the thing yet. I'm just waiting until we get like deep in the Underdark.
Yeah, so you can use the dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Some good shit, dude. I'm excited to try it out. Okay. So, as soon as you guys walk in, you hear traps go off. Almost immediately. You look through and you see spikes come out the floor. You see some fire. You see... just like you hear explosions. You hear people screaming like... Ah! It's like a bloodbath. This first floor is just covered in dead bodies.
This felt a lot like what was the one arc in Yu Yu Hakusho where they've got to get through the forest and there's like a ton of people that are trying to do this.
Yeah.
That was when they were trying to be Genkai's apprentice.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
to actually stop this dude from killing her. They weren't trying to be the apprentice. They just kind of happened.
Well, no, that's why Yusuke was there, but pretty much everyone else was there to train, even Kuwabara.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I will say this tower. It is a tower, but it is made entirely of this midnight black brick. So the color of it is very dark. It doesn't look like a regular stone. Let's see.
Where's my big book at?
So you guys see all the people die, decide to go in afterwards. Give me an investigation check. Investigation or perception, your choice.
Yeah. 24.
Which one, Robbie? Investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Okay.
14 plus 10.
I got a 12 for perception.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with Robbie's here. Robbie, you step in and you start to kind of look over the stonework here, and you go to touch it. It's not entirely solid. It's not like you made out of a jello type thing, but it is kind of phasing in and out.
Okay.
It has this magical kind of aura to it that you have felt before. You would say that this aura feels a lot like some of the thin spaces that you guys have entered. So it feels the same as whenever you guys have gone to the library, and the same as you guys went to the Plane of Fire. Although instead of you being transported to another plane, this is more something has been transported here and is in both at the same time. So very much like Goliath.
Okay.
Okay. So, have your PCs here. Control them. There's not really much on the first floor. There's a few supplies over here to the left if you guys want to investigate it.
I mean, I assume all the traps have been sent off already.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Did the
I'll
big
go ahead
boy
and
make his way upstairs?
check that area.
You don't see a Goliath's body.
Alright.
So he probably lived through the traps.
Yeah, he's probably able to just power through stuff. Or he tripped them and the people behind him got caught.
Yeah. So he was charging ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna investigate.
Okay.
Ooh, dirty 20.
And I rolled terrible too, so I just might as well roll for the hell of it.
For dirty 20. So you look through the crates here.
29 for me for investigation.
29? Okay. You look through them and you don't really... It's mostly empty. You find some... I'd say maybe 50 gold that you guys can split if you'd like. Let's say it's 60, so it's a more even number.
Cool.
There's a lot of these. There's in some of those barrels there are certain drinks, and the smell of it and maybe even the taste of it, if you guys do that, it doesn't taste like anything that you've had. It's very bitter. It's very sour, and honestly, it doesn't taste good. But you intuit that there's alcohol in this. You also find some animal hide that don't look like any animals you have seen.
Is it Pi that's trying to become a brewer?
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna pocket one for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket some of them so that way he can study them, because he can use that identify
On the creatures or on the barrel?
on the barrels.
Okay.
We're gonna put that in the magic hat of holding.
Well, the
Okay.
bag of, I would say the hat of holding can only hold so much, though.
Don't you have a bag of holding too?
Random ass drink.
Oh yeah, we have a bag of holding. I thought it was in the hat of holding.
I thought it was used. We have a used bag of holding.
That's fine. Whatever. Glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just be covered in glitter,
Oh,
but they're
yeah.
in barrels, so the barrel itself will be covered in glitter. The alcohol will be fine.
Yeah.
But that should make Pi happy.
Yeah.
Get him out of his depressed state.
Besides, he can prestidigitate it to be glitter free.
That's perfect.
And let's see. Oh, did you want to say something, Falcon? You had your hand up.
Yep. Well, can we loot the bodies of all the people that trigger traps?
Sure. I mean, you look through the bodies. Obviously, I don't have them listed there or anything. But,
Are they just kind of secondhand commoner looters? Kind of.
Yeah, these are not adventurers. I think the Goliath probably was the most well-off looking dude. The rest of them, they just have a short sword, maybe a shield, a wooden shield, some clothes, a bedroll, very mundane items.
Is
Okay.
there a long pole anywhere here I can grab?
Long pole.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's say there was a monk with a bow staff.
All right. So I'm gonna trigger traps.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
That'll definitely catch some of them.
So you're Daredevil. You're walking around trying to trigger anything.
Yeah, just swatting.
Yeah, there's not much else on this first floor. And I see you guys are climbing on up. Okay. So you guys climb on up into the second floor there. Okay. So the second floor, it looks more of a room where someone would live. You absolutely see some more dead bodies here. They seem to be magically blasted. You don't see cuts. You see more burns and more acid type things. You do notice that there are some spots on the floor so we're on the second floor, that seem to have already been triggered.
Okay.
So basically some burned out runes. Got it.
And there's just a few more dead bodies up here. Some that like escaped to the first floor to make it to the second just to get fucked up. And there's a desk over here.
You might not have us on the same map that you're looking at.
Me?
Yeah, we're not. We're still on the first floor.
Wait,
Oh,
did I
never
not
mind.
bring you guys over?
Never mind. You just scroll up, guys.
Oh. Okay, I was gonna say.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you might have had to zoom out. My bad, guys.
An idiot. There we go.
You said it.
All right. Yeah. So there's a desk here. You see the bed. This is a table right over here.
I'm gonna go ahead and check out the desk. It looks like there's some papers and books on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna investigate the bed.
Okay. Why don't you guys give me an investigation check?
15.
That's a 16.
Okay. So
1.
Dude.
So you investigate the bed. It's very dusty. It doesn't seem like it's really been used. There's like some movement from the people that were working their way up here, but it doesn't look used. Like it looks like it's been unmade. There are creases in the blanket that look like they've been there for a long time. Robbie,
Nothing under the pillows?
Nothing under the pillows, no. Robbie, you
Damn.
investigate this desk here. You rolled a 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You find a letter.
Okay.
And it says, Dear Wim. It's W-Y-M. Wim. It says, it appears as though this area is under the effect of the thin space. I can't have people entering without permission. Please guard this tower. And on the bottom, it says Raquel.
I'll go ahead and hand this over to Robert. Hi, bud. I found this. Here you
I'm
go.
gonna go ahead and like try and reach out to her. Hey, boss. Did I find your house?
Give me a religion check.
Ask her who Wim is.
Well, I mean, if she answers, I'll ask.
I'm gonna check out these
19. Woohoo.
Okay.
here.
All right. Let me resolve Dylan real quick. So with a 19, out here on this window ledge, a crow. I'm sorry. Was it a crow or a raven?
Raven.
A raven lands, and you feel a connection, and you hear, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
Investigating mostly. Who's Wim?
Oh, Wim. Wim is the guardian of this tower here. I asked him to watch over it, as it appears to be a crossing.
Is Wim still here?
Well, he should be. I put him here. It's his job to kill any intruders.
Is he gonna kill
Fair enough. Anything I could tell him to make him not try to kill me? Because we didn't realize we was trespassing, but we do know there's some dummy running up to the top right now.
Tell him, I guess just tell him that you know me. Don't use the name that you know.
Don't use it?
No, do use
But-
it.
okay.
Everyone else knows me by this other name.
Okie dokie. Anything else we should know about before we go up there, or is that it?
Well, there's an opening into my plane at the very top. Unless you want to come and see me, don't go in there.
I mean, how mad would you get if I did? Because I've learned some stuff I think you might want to know if you hadn't been paying attention when I learned it.
Oh, I've been watching you. Well, I haven't watched you today. You disappeared for a little bit.
Which part?
When you went into the bar. And that's because, she keeps on an eye with you with birds, ravens. And if you go indoors, it's difficult for her to keep an eye on you.
Oh, okay. I was sitting there like, oh shit, they had some kind of like magic viewing thing going on there.
Okay.
Right? That'd have been super cool.
I mean, that would be a good thing to relate to her. Like what we.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely tell it. Be like, okay, yeah. When we get up top, I'll pop in and let you know what happened. Because, I mean, it might not mean much to you, but we did find something.
Well, fantastic. And you can always tell me whenever one of my birds are around.
No, we're short on time. There's a guy that's probably going to be killing himself soon when he finds Wim.
I mean, he sounds like a dick. I ain't worried about him.
Okay. I mean, if we're not worried about him, we don't have to save him.
Yeah, but I just want to know if he's got like any good stuff.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we could lose his body.
So this tower keeps popping up, just like on this island outside of Waterdeep. Is there any way we could like make it just less visible? Because the city guard's real interested in it, and if we don't want people intruding on your space, I feel like we should probably do something about that.
Well, I've made this tower dangerous. There's traps, glyphs all over the place, and Wim is the last resort. Anyone who makes it through everything has to deal with him, and you don't want to deal with Wim. I don't want to expose myself. I don't want people to know what this tower really is. But if you must tell someone to keep others from coming here, I would appreciate that.
We can do that. We know some folks high up with the city guard that at the very least could be like, no, don't go in there. Bad things are happening. Though, to be safe, when we leave, I would recommend rearming the traps.
Oh, will do.
And Monty could probably pass word to Seafold to just keep an eye on this place.
Hmm?
It pops up so no one gets too close.
Say what now?
Monty could pass word to any sailors that go through his bar. Be like, not a good place to go. Just don't go there.
Yeah, we'll just spread the word at the bar that don't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just-
probably have
it's nothing-
Shemesh take down the notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she says, well, this tower isn't here for long. It's only a few minutes every day. I suggest you either seeing what's up or leaving before you're stuck here.
All right,
Okay.
Good talk, boss.
Please.
Later, Gator.
Roll one dice and all the dices.
That's the second time you said later, Gator. It doesn't make sense for her to say in a while, crocodile.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just his go-to now because he likes it.
So
You got a response out of Shemesh.
when you say that, you hear the raven just looks at you and goes, ah! All
Well,
right.
fine, whatever. It's not like I wanted to talk to you anyway.
Let's see. And Robbie, you wanted to investigate one other thing?
Yeah, I was just kind of curious about these. I guess they're suits of armor.
I'd say they're statues.
Anything interesting about them, or
There are some glyphs on them that don't appear to be triggered.
okay, I'm not going to trigger them.
Okay. Let's see.
All right.
right.
Yeah, don't touch him.
You guys are going back up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert's going. Xardaar is going down, apparently.
There you go. Area 3. So here, you don't see as many bodies as you did below. There's maybe 2. And they're right here in the center. So it seems as though this center carpet area is what took them down. You also see burn scorches and some divots in the wall here. This appears to be some kind of magical training room, like an exercise room for magic.
Cool.
I guess we'll check out these desks and not get inside the circle.
Okay. So you check out the desk, and I won't make you guys roll for it. You see notes, and it's all from Raquel again. And it says more and more people are starting to show. Wim has quite a body count on his hand, but so far no one has yet to break through. And he's trying to investigate what's causing the thin space.
Okay, good enough.
I'm gonna check out these things.
That looks like it's a fire. So at the corner,
A fire?
Yeah, like it seems like they're all triggered. All the fire is on. Do you want to do anything to the fire?
I don't know. I mean, I am slightly magical, so can I do like an Arcana check just to kind of like interact with it and see if it's a magical fire and if it reacts to me?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, that is a 17.
Okay, so it seems as though this trap is triggered when it's turned on when all the flames are on. You sense that because it is a fire, but you do sense some magic within it. You imagine that if you turn at least one of the fires off or put it out, that it would disarm this big magical carpet in the center.
Hey, Robert, open up your Frostbrand.
Why? We ain't going in the middle of this.
Don't worry about it. Let's just see what happens.
Fine. I'll pop it open. If it's a magical flame, it doesn't do anything.
You keep doing like
I don't think that
that.
the flame is magical. I think the flame causes the
You go
magic.
put it away.
I'll say in this case, you can turn it off.
Up there.
Okay.
And you see that a light appears where all of the line of the stars are, and then the light just fizzles out.
Cool.
So trap's disabled.
Yes.
Yep.
Nothing interesting
There's
other than that.
2 or 3 dead bodies in the center.
The dawn goes up.
Okay, I'm gonna leave them.
Okay.
They're weaklings. They don't have anything good.
Yeah, they failed
Yep.
their wisdom save.
Or whatever it was.
Yeah. Okay.
They failed their plot armor save.
There you go. All right, and now there's only the 4th floor, and as you're approaching the stairs to get to the 4th floor, you hear clanging for like a second before the clanging just ends. Wait, what did I do?
Well-
Oh, I didn't. I like highlighted it, but I didn't reveal it. There we go.
Oh, well, damn.
All right. As soon as you guys make it up the stairs, you see this guy here. He holds out his hand as magic comes out from it, and you see the Goliath just floating, and he's just like, he's got an axe in both hands. He's just like swinging it out, and it looks like he can't breathe. And then this person says, "Die," and then you see this guy's neck just explode.
Ooh. All right.
Hello?
And the
How's it
body,
going?
I got this. I walk up front, and I'm holding my raven feather pendant out, and I'm like, Wim, Raquel sent me here. Well, okay, she didn't necessarily send me, but she did tell me it was okay to come on through.
Wim turns towards you and immediately holds his hand out towards you, and you see this like green necrotic energy coming out from it, and then it says, "How do you know Raquel?"
I'm gonna channel divinity here, just so he can like get a feel for
Okay, I
the
like
power
that.
there.
So as you channel your divinity, let's say that there's like this energy that just whooshes out of you, and he feels it. He looks a little confused. Well, you don't. He puts his hand out. You guys are looking at Wim. Wim is wearing dark robes. It's not like one singular piece. It seems like it'd be in multiple tattered pieces. Wim has a skeleton face, and is also
Wim a witch?
holding a scythe. He looks very much Grim Reaper-esque.
Well, it's a good thing you knew his boss, otherwise we would be in a bad spot.
Oh, we got the same boss. Wim, you look dope AF.
Thank you. This is my aesthetic.
I dig it. I mean, I'm a little scared, but I dig it.
It's a tattered goth. It's some clothes I've been collecting from intruders and sewing together.
It definitely looks like you went to Hot Topic.
That's exactly what I was going for.
And it works. So, from what we could gather, you're getting more and more people showing up on your doorstep, and you're having to fight more than you probably want to, right?
Yes, this one, he almost got a scratch on me, and he gestures to the. I always want to call them like Goliath. Yeah.
Well, we know some folks back in town that can, more or less put a stop to all this. You might still get the occasional straggler, but it ain't gonna be like it was. But we do need to go through because we ain't got time to get back down.
Wait, you need to go through the portal?
Yeah. Raquel said it was cool if I popped in to talk to her. She lost sight of me for a little bit earlier today, and I gotta fill her in.
Oh, you can't get to Raquel. This does not take you to where she resides.
I feel like the note down there said it was a door to her domain.
To her plane.
Her plane. Oh, okay.
Yes. So he gestures to the portal behind him that I just put down on the map. He says, "This will take you to Shadowfell." Yes, but she. Here's. Why don't you guys give me a history check?
Hopefully it's not a crit fail again. Okay, it's not a crit fail, but it's not good. It's 12.
9.
4.
Okay, I mean, I think that with a 12, okay, I'll withhold some stuff. You know that you've heard of other planes, like you've heard of the Feywild, you've heard of the Plane of Fire, you've been there. What you know about the Shadowfell is that it is a reflection of the material plane. But it's all like dark and warped and like really fucked up. So based on where you guys are at, you guys are in Waterdeep. So if you guys were to take this portal into Shadowfell, you would be in whatever city that is in Shadowfell. And
Fire Shallow.
Fire Shallow, yes. He tells you she doesn't reside in this reflection. She resides so far away to the northeast. So you guys are on like the opposite side of the continent of where.
So that would be the reflection of Castle Krosky.
Yeah.
Which makes a bunch of sense.
But she said if we went through, you would see her.
Yeah, she did say that I could come through. So at the very least, she's expecting to see me.
Yeah.
All right, so she told me I could come through. So at the very least, she either expects me there, because she definitely was connected to this tower not 10 minutes ago.
Oh, she has connections all over. I completely understand. You're not her only champion.
I gathered that. I mean, I suspected it, but now I can clearly see this. And also, if that's how dope her champions get, I signed up with the right person.
He also has when you saw he pointed his hand towards you, he had that green necrotic energy. His eyes were also like his eye holes were like 2 green lights back there. Once he like powered down, it like disappeared.
Very cool.
So why is your goddess connected to such a fucked up place as the Shadowfell?
Man, I do not know, but I do know she ain't evil.
It's where souls go. She's the judge.
Oh, damn.
She's the judge?
And you guys would know this. Like I told you guys, one of the other big religions is like the religion of the Raven Queen. But it's mostly old people because they turn towards her because she's the one that judges your soul. She's the one that says whether you go into the good afterlife or the bad afterlife. So people turn towards her as they get older because they want her to judge them a little bit more fairly.
That doesn't sound fair. It sounds like they're trying to bribe her at the tail end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I can get you Hamilton tickets, right?
I'm gonna loot this body.
Huh? We still gotta watch that.
At least we'll get something cool out of it before we jump ship.
So he tells you this tower is only here for a few minutes every day, and time is always up. You can come into the Shadowfell with me now, and then it will take you 12 hours, but I don't know how I cannot leave this tower. Or I can send you out of here now.
Okay. Can you send that dude's body with us just to be safe? Because we
Goliath?
can use him as a warning.
Okay. Yes. So he says, "All right. Well, time is almost up." There's a window. Let's see. Let's say there's like a little opening here on the south part of this room. He points out of it, and then his hand gets this green glow, and he points at you guys, and he says, "I'll tell Raquel that you said hi."
All right. I mean, that's what I say to her every time anyway. So that'll sound like me. She'll believe it.
So the four of you guys and the Goliath's body all float up, and he like flings you guys out of this window, and you guys are just floating there about 4 stories high. And he starts lowering you slowly, but then the tower starts flickering, and then you like fall a little bit before like catching, and then fall, and then you catch, and then you're about 10 feet off the ground, and the tower just disappears. And then you guys land. I'm not going to make you take any fall damage, though.
Do we need to do a dex save?
You just land on your butts. I mean, if you want to land on your feet, you can make an acrobatics check or athletics or dex save, whatever you want.
Let's see, I got advantage right now because of my channel divinity. Ooh, nat 20. I land so pretty.
23.
You do like
Acrobatics.
a superhero landing, you know?
But it doesn't hurt my knees.
7. I don't know well because I was grabbing White Fang.
Yeah.
And I got a 23 to acrobat land.
Yeah, and you're like do a parkour type of thing. You're like falling like kind of flat, but then you land on your hand, and then you do a front roll, and then into a back handspring, and then land on your feet. Some real.
I feel like
shit.
I feel like one thing I would have done is like kicked off of Xardaar to like reposition myself so I wasn't falling, and that's what threw him off to where he couldn't land well.
Yes, I love that. Okay, yeah, you guys do all that, and now you know where an opening, a thin space to the Shadowfell is. And there's
All right.
There's some kind of like
Very
all
cool.
over, like that's not the only one, but now you know for sure where one is.
I say, yeah, so now we know how to get to the Shadowfell if we ever need to. There's a whole bunch of them in Waterdeep.
Yeah, it seems like Waterdeep's kind of thin all over.
I mean, maybe it's because of all the crazy stuff that's happened here. You got to figure all kinds of magic and whatnot's gone on. People tearing away at little bits and pieces of the border.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. And like now I've established where the Raven Queen is. I hadn't done that before this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
But like you're right, it does make sense. She would be where a castle is. That does make perfect sense. But you guys have been like on the West Coast this entire time. Well, mostly, yeah. It'll be interesting to, when I like write what happens over there. Ooh. Okay. So you guys get a fairy. Oh wait, you have this Goliath body. What do you want to do to it?
Loot it, and then take it with us to
Loot it.
and be like, so that tower, we got out, but we're the only ones that are going to get out.
Well, what if we just like hang it up in front of where the tower is supposed to be as a
Actually,
warning?
you know what? Well, I wouldn't say hang it, but like because the tower's gone. What are we going to hang it on? Let's
just
prop it
like
up
build
at least.
a pyre, or like I don't know, something to lean it up against.
Make it like a scare Goliath.
Yeah, scare Goliath.
And be like, so we left the body over there, if only because, I mean, we've carted around more bodies than I really intended to already.
And once we prop it up, a raven lands on it. That'll work.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a raven lands on it and like pecks at the eyeball.
Yep.
Oh, God, that's
I
massive.
like it.
He does have he's a Goliath. He didn't have any armor on. He did have 2 axes, 2 great axes. And they're 2-handed weapons, and he was wielding them in one hand each, which is why he wasn't a good fighter. They're not like +1 weapons or anything, but I would say they're valued more than a regular great axe because they seem to be a little more ornate. They seem a little like they were made to be a little fancy instead of just like a blunt weapon, like a brute weapon.
Cool. We can sell them. I don't think anyone's going to use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone uses axes, right? Yeah, you don't. Okay, so you guys do that, and you guys get the ferry back, and the ferryman is like, "Wait, you guys are all that's left?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if you keep bringing more people over, we're all that's going to be left.
Oh my goodness!
Long story short, there's like a super lich up there, but he ain't going to come down. He's just trying to keep people out.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I was wondering where people were going when they went in there. So I should tell my boss to not let any more people in there. There's a lich in
Well, I
there.
mean, if you'd like, I can tell Shemesh myself.
Oh, you know her. Oh. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I don't want to do all that work. You guys got it.
I feel like we can put that little bit of extra in us telling her,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's bad.
Really don't do it.
Want to
please.
know how bad it could be if you let people go in there.
All right.
Like, what? That's not a one-way door. I'm just saying.
All right, guys. So you get back to town. You head back to the Salty Seaman. Pie is still in his workshop. He's working on something. Probably like a Rubik's Cube, taking him a while.
Yeah. That's got to be it.
And you guys probably have like a few drinks all before going to bed for the night. And
Yep.
you got your long rest, guys, and that's where we'll call it.
Cool.
Guys, good sesh.
The reason the Rubik's Cube is so hard is because someone switched the stickers around on one of the corners.
That's why you can't figure it out. So we had like a little encounter. We had definitely two story things.
Yeah.
Didn't get a whole lot of loot, but
I mean, that Moontouch longsword is really going to help.
It's going to help you.
is that what? Do you use long swords, or do you use short swords?
I can.
Well, I was like trying to find
I'm
a weapon.
proficient with martial and simple weapons because I'm a ranger fighter.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, what's something that might be a little helpful later, you know? So I found that, and I'm like, that's a good thing to give you guys, especially since you're going Underdark, right? Or into the
You
know.
Underdark, yeah.
I get a +5 to hit with it, so.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
All right,
And
guys.
I don't need it. I've already got a magic sword.
Yeah, right. We'll tell Curtis. Well, I'll just have him watch this. See if he's got 3 hours to spare.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, good sesh. I'll see y'all next Sunday.
Sounds good.
Adios.
Later.
guys.